when it shows up so I can.
I see it.
I love that Vicky's the one that is our monitor for that. It's awesome.
It's one of the few things I can do.
Is that window?
So she could do
You
a
could do
lot.
so many things.
I know. I'm like, don't say that about my friend. Talk about my friend like
All
that.
right, well, welcome to our reading of the Bourne Supremacy. We are down to cast members, so it took a little while to recast, and most of us are reading this cold. So, pretty excited. This is the second film in the Bourne series, which Vicky apparently has seen over and over again, so she's our expert for this evening.
Many times.
One of her
I have
favorites.
not seen this particular watched the first one, and I read the script now a couple of times. But anyways, I'll start with introductions. And so if you want to tell everybody where you are from and who you are reading today and where we can find you on social media, I will go ahead and start here with Vicky.
Hello, I'm Vicky Dykes. I'm here in central Alberta. It's nice and rainy right now, which we appreciate. We've had lots of fires. And as Kat said, I absolutely adore the Bourne series. I've watched each of them many, many times. I will do a marathon all day watching these. Today I am reading for Pamela and Teddy and Gretkov and Zorn and a bunch of hotel employees.
Hi. Sorry.
Go ahead,
You're
Aubrey.
going to me now, right? Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm Aubrey, and I'm in sunny California where we have all the fires all the time. And I am reading for so many people. Abbott. I am also reading. Oh my goodness, what the heck happened here? I thought I had a bunch of them. Abbott, Marie, and I am also reading for numerous other people like cops and yeah, just a bunch of other small roles. But Abbott and Naveen, and that seems to be just a bunch of those. So yeah, we'll see. It'll be fun.
Cool.
All right, Jackson.
Hi, I'm Jackson Gray. I am reading Jason Bourne, uh, and a couple of other roles. I'm in Central Alberta, so we're back to the rain over here in Central Alberta. Yeah, and so yeah, that's me.
All right, and my name is Kat Wilson, she, her. I'm in Gig Harbor, Washington. And tonight I'll be reading Kirill, Cronin, Nikki Jarda, and a couple of taxi drivers and cabbies and a couple of smaller roles in addition to that. And in the latter half of the show, we'll all be sharing actions and descriptions in one way or form or another. So since this is a very heavy action-filled movie, so there's probably more lines in the actions and descriptions than in the actual spoken character lines. So we'll be taking a lot of turns with that. For those of you not familiar with this movie, and I'm going to put Vicky here on the spot for a sec, if she could summarize the first movie and give us sort of the background for where this one starts.
Jason, he doesn't even know he's Jason. He has found himself in the ocean, and actually a fishing boat found him, and they save him. He's been shot. And when he comes to, he doesn't have a clue who he is. And he goes through quite a few adventures. He has automatic reaction to things. He's a really good fighter. So that's a clue to who he is. He meets a beautiful European girl, and she helps him out a lot. And eventually they have to split ways, and the movie ends. And then this one takes up in basically almost the same spot. So she has gone to another country and he's gone looking for her.
All right. So we'll find out a bit more about his past, I guess, as we read through this one. So with that, I'll put the screen on and find our script. Let's see, I think that's it here. see. Open sesame. All right, close that.
Oh, shoot.
Make these larger. And is that a good size? You want it slightly larger?
It could be a little bit bigger.
One more, like that.
That's great.
Okay. And so I think Vicky's starting us off with actions and descriptions, so go right ahead.
The Bourne Supremacy, based on the novel by Robert Ludlum and the 2002 Universal film, The Bourne Identity. This is for educational purposes only. Exterior Mercedes windshield dusk. It's raining. Light strobes across the wet glass at a rhythmic pace. Suddenly, through the window, a face, Jason Bourne, riding in the back seat, his gaze fixed. Interior Mercedes night. On his knee, a syringe and a gun. The eyes of the driver, Jarda, watching. Bourne's point of view, the passenger, back of his head. Cell phone rings. The head turns. It's Conklin. Bourne returns his stare. And we cut to the interior of a cottage bedroom. Night. Bourne's eyes open. Panicked, gasping, trying to stay quiet. Marie sleeps. Interior cottage living area, bathroom, night. Bourne moving for the medicine cabinet. Digs through the medicine cabinet. Down something specific. Interior, exterior, cottage living room, veranda, night. 1 minute later, Bourne moves out onto the veranda. Marie pads in, watching him for a moment, concerned. Clearly, it's not the first time this has happened. They both look different than last time we saw them. His hair is longer, she's a blonde. Hippie travelers. Their cottage is humble but sweet. The bedroom opens to a beach and a town just down the hill. Club music from some all-night rave wafting in from the far distance.
Where were you, Jason?
In the car. Clocking up front.
Sorry.
I'll get the book.
No, there's nothing new.
You sure? We should write it down.
2 years we scribbling in a notebook.
It hasn't been 2 years.
It's always bad, and it's never anything but bits and pieces anyways. You ever think that maybe it's just me making it worse? You don't wonder that?
She lays her hands on his shoulders, steadies him.
We write them down because sooner or later you're going to remember something good.
I do remember. Something good. All the time I remember you.
She smiles, kisses him, and leans him back in. Interior cottage bedroom night. Marie getting Bourne into the bed, turning down the light, getting him settled, waiting for that pill to kick in.
I'm trying, Marie. Okay?
I worry when you get like this.
Oops, sorry.
It's just a nightmare.
I don't mean that. I worry when you try to ignore it.
He hesitates, but that gets him. He knows she's right. And with that opening, he's letting go. Resistance folding, almost childlike. She's gathering him in. He's letting her do it.
Sleep now.
I should be better by now.
You are better. And I think it's not memories at all. It's just a dream you keep having over and over.
But it ends up the same.
One day it will be different. It just takes time. We'll make new memories, you and me.
Silence. She strokes his face. He gives in to her tenderness. He's fading. Two waifs in the dark. Dissolve to exterior beach, Goa, beach town, day. Born, running in the sun, a punishing pace along the sand, moving strong, effortless, deep into it, focused. The stunning conjunction of sun and scenery are lost on him. Exterior outdoor market, Goa Beach Town Day, a busy market town, fishing town, hippie town, lots of young Western faces, run down and happening at the same time. Marie shopping, filling a bag with local produce. Exterior road, Goa Beach Town Day, Bourne still running, leaving the beach behind. Interior cottage kitchen day, Marie back from the market, putting the groceries away, almost done when she stops for a moment. A photograph. There on the windowsill, a snapshot. Jason and Marie on a beach, her arms around him, as if she were the protector. Big smiles, young, alive, in love. Marie smiles. Exterior Main Street, Goa Beach Town Day. Funky busy. Colonial facades in vivid subcontinental technicolor. Loud morning traffic. Camera finds Bourne coming out of a store with a big bottle of water. He's just finished his run, standing there, chugging away, checking the scene when something catches his eye. His point of view, the street, a silver car, something newish, pulling down the block. Can't quite see who's driving, but back to Bourne watching the silver car. So serious, he's casual. Nobody passing would notice, but we do. He's on alert. Moving with him as Bourne follows the silver car on foot, natural, cruising the busy sidewalk, blending into the mix, chugging on that water bottle, and up ahead, the silver car making the corner and turning now. And back to Bourne, slowing as he reaches the corner. His point of view. The silver car has parked. There's a guy, well dressed, casual, physical, sunglasses. Call him Kirill. We jumped ahead.
Oh, sorry.
He's out of the car and heading across the street towards a building there, a telegraph office, and back to Bourne checking his watch. The car, the guy, perimeter, interior telegraph office go a day. Mr. Mohan at his desk. He's a crisp, proper man of 50. He's just been handed something, a photograph of Marie, an old passport picture.
And your question, sir?
Kirill across the desk.
She's my sister. There's been a death in the family. This is the last place we know she called from.
Interior cottage day, a note on the table. I'm at the beach. Bourne has just come in, just read the note, bawling it quickly. In fact, everything is quickly now because Bourne is bailing, fast, calm, methodical. Some exfil procedure that he's honed and choreographed, packing like a machine, rapid time cuts, backpacks thrown open on the bed, house cash pulled from a lamp base, credit cards taped under the counter. Exterior Main Street, Bank Goa Beach Town Day. Kirill coming out of the bank. Mission accomplished. Heading back to the silver car, getting in and interior silver car day. Kirill starting it up, glancing around, nice and easy. He's cool. Putting the car into gear, he makes a slow pass through the marketplace. Eyes everywhere. Interior cottage day. Bourne. Done. The place is stripped. Pulling on the backpacks, glancing around. One last thing. Oh, shit. He almost missed it. The photograph, the one of he and Marie on the beach, the one we saw her looking at earlier. There it is on the windowsill, jamming it into his pocket, and exterior side street parking area, Goa Beach Town Day. Kirill now parked and out of the car, on the move, on foot. He begins a sweep of the beach. Exterior cottage back door, yard alley day. Bourne out the back, jogging, keeping low into the neighborhood, through the alleys, nothing random about it. This all had been worked out, and exterior beach, Goa Beach Town Day, crowded with tourists, sunbathers, Marie at her favorite spot, talking with two women, laughing with them, happy. Exterior beach parking area, Goa Day. A burly Jeep comes roaring up. Bourne spots the silver car, parks at the other end, takes off towards the beach. Exterior beach, Goa Day. Kirill methodically making his way up the beach, checking every blue tent, every towel. Exterior beach, Goa Day. Bourne coming up the beach the opposite way. One eye on Kirill, one eye on Marie. He arrives just as Kirill looks up and sees them 100 yards away. A hard stare between them. Bourne bends down.
We gotta go, Maria. We got to go now.
From the tone of his voice, she knows it's serious. Marie grabs her bag. A quick goodbye to the friends. They hurry off. Bourne uses the sunbathers as cover. Kirill retreats. Exterior beach parking lot, Goa Day. They reach the Jeep. She knows the drill. Bag tossed in the back, even as the Jeep pulls away, and interior Jeep Day, Bourne driving, Marie beside him.
We're blown.
She hesitates. 1 minute ago, everything was fine.
No. How?
The telegraph office.
But we were so careful.
We pushed it. We got lazy.
Exterior beach parking lot, Goa Beach Town Day. Kirill already back at the silver car, following them out onto the main street, blocked by the local traffic, pulling a huge automatic pistol out from his travel bag. Exterior beach town alley off Main Street. The Jeep pulling down this narrow little passageway and Bourne's windshield point of view. Main Street packed with traffic and back to Bourne not liking this. Eyes all over, trying to decide.
But you're sure?
He was a camp guard yesterday.
So,
It's wrong. Guys with a rental car and $100 sneakers sleeps in a tent.
Trying to decide whether to pull out or back up.
that's crazy.
No, this is real. And he's right there.
Throwing the car into reverse.
Where?
Back there. At the corner. Hondia.
Hyundai.
Silver. Hyundai. Silver.
Interior Hyundai Day. Kirill trapped in some Main Street gridlock, glancing back for a way out, freezing suddenly because there, his point of view, the Jeep, the alley, right there, 20 yards back. A good look at Bourne and Marie as they disappear, and exterior alleyway, Goa Beach Town, the Jeep backing up the way it came, blowing its horn because an old van pulls in and blocks him from behind. Interior Jeep, Bourne leaning on the horn. Shit, now they've got to wait.
But you're not sure.
We can't wait to be sure.
I don't want to move again. I like it here.
Look, we're clear out. We got to the stat shack. We got safe. We hanged there a while. I'll come back. I'll check it out. But right now, we can't.
Where's left to go?
There's places. We can't afford to be wrong.
Interior Hyundai, Kirill, calm, possessed of a familiar tactical patience. He can't get the Hyundai to the alley from where he is, and it doesn't make sense to go on foot. He checks his rear view. Fuck it. There's an opening ahead and he's taking it. Even though it's away from them, he'll find another way. Exterior alleyway, Goa Beach Town. Bourne sees the Hyundai move forward into traffic. The old van is still blocking them from behind.
You drive.
What?
Switch. You drive.
Where?
Make the left towards the bridge.
Marie scrambling over the seat, Bourne eyes everywhere, checks his watch. The Jeep squirts back on the main street and interior Jeep day. Marie at the wheel, adrenaline pumping, clear running for 30 yards ahead, and Marie skittling them into the right turn, clipping another vehicle, mirror shattering, speeding up. Bourne scanning behind them, Marie moving out to pass, veering back, an oncoming bus, just in time, and
Jesus! Is he back there?
Not yet.
It's just him?
Yeah, one guy. I don't think he was ready.
Hang on.
Marie bearing down, pulling out, gives him a quick smile, Bourne knowing he's got a good one here. Interior Hyundai. Day, sunset. Kirill stopping short on a rise. Bit of a view from here. Gets half out of the car to look. Below, the Jeep headed for a bridge. He's going to lose them. Kirill's mind racing. Grabs Stuffle from the back. Abandons car. Interior Jeep, bridge. Day, sunset. Marie driving. Bourne preps his pistol. Eye out for Kirill.
You keep going to the shack. I'll meet you there in an hour.
Where are you going?
I'm going to bail on the other side and wait. The bridge is the only way he can follow.
What if it's not who you think it is?
If he crosses the bridge, it is.
There must be another way.
I warned them, Marie. I told them to leave us alone.
Jason, please don't do this. It won't ever be over like this.
There's no choice.
The old concrete bridge ahead. Almost there. Exterior low wall, day, sunset. Kirill slams into it. Quick, precise, grabs into the bag. Only a moment, and he's got a sniper rifle. Interior Jeep, bridge. Bourne, pistol in hand, spare clip in the other, checks his watch.
At the end, make a left. When I roll out, do not slow down.
Marie nods. Got it. After a beat,
I love you too.
Tell me later.
Marie looks ahead. Exterior low wall, day. Kirill, eye to the scope. Sniper scope, point of view. There, the Jeep rumbling across a bridge. No clear target, just the back of the full driver's side headrest. Kirill's finger squeezing, firing. Exterior wooden bridge, day. The Jeep jerking. Front fender tearing into and along the guardrail. Cement shards fill the air. Bourne reaching for the wheel. Too late! As the Jeep finally crashes through the flimsy guardrail, plummets, splashes hard, begins to sink out of sight. Exterior low wall, day. Kirill lowers the scope, takes a quick look around. He's basically gone unnoticed in this little nook with his silence rifle. But people are already rushing towards the bridge. Then there, an old woman looking directly at Kirill from a doorway. Not quite sure what, but an old Indian woman in Goa? Well, so what? Kirill drills her with a look as she sinks back inside. Interior Jeep sinking in the river, day, sunset, swallowed up. Bourne and Marie gone. Exterior low wall, sunset. Kirill scans the surface of the river under the bridge, waiting. Exterior river bottom. Mud plumes as the Jeep settles. Bourne reaches over to Marie, tries to urge her out. Exterior low wall. Kirill with a killer's patience, waiting. Almost done. Scope, point of view. The surface of water, unbroken. Scans his perimeter. There's an old woman again. but more people with her, people coming out of the woodwork. Kirill checks the surface one last time. Nothing. He breaks down the rifle in moments and goes, exterior Jeep, river bottom. Bourne, up into the air pocket, held by the Jeep's canvas top. A big gulp of air, and he's back to Marie, frantic, trying to unclip her seatbelt, pull her out, but it's all jammed up. Exterior, Kirill, by the silver car. Bag chucked in the back, all he has left is the scope. One last look to the unbroken surface, then it's time to go. Kirill, drifting away, disappears. Exterior Jeep, river bottom day. The red halo growing larger, bigger. Blood. Bourne pauses. Marie's face is blank. She's dead. Bourne finally pulling back, realizing this is goodbye. Exterior, Zoo Garden Square, night. We pick up a man with a briefcase on a telephoto lens. The seller has arrived.
And this is where we switch to Aubrey as narrator.
Berlin. As the man comes to a Chinese restaurant, he stops squarely so he can be seen clearly. Then he enters a stark glass office building.
He's inside.
Exterior, Zoo Garden Square, night. Two men cross the square to the Chinese restaurant. VIC is 40, steel-ass Intel operator. He carries a large samples case. Beside him, Mike, younger, ex-Navy SEAL. Interior, Berlin HQ, command, post, night. The hub, secure, anonymous officer space somewhere in the city. Shades drawn, lots of gear cabled around. The stale, improvised feel of a temporary outpost. 4 serious people alone in this room. Pamela Landy is 46, a senior CIA counterintelligence officer hovering over the communications console. Cronin, Pamela's number 2, early 40s, stone-cold facade, quarterbacking the operation over the radio. Kurt and Kim are the techs here, his and her headphones, ruggedized laptops and comm gear spread around them.
What I've got, Survey 1.
Interior, nearby Berlin office, night, continued. Dark, Teddy is at the window, another military face, radio rig, night scope, watching VIC and Mike pass below him.
Hub, this is Survey 1. Mobile 1 is in motion. Seller is inside and waiting.
Exterior, modern Berlin street, night. Vic and Mike slow as they come to the same stark glass office building.
We are ready to go.
Exterior, modern Berlin street, night. Mike and Vic shake hands. I don't know why I kept saying VIC. Anyway, 2 tired coworkers parting ways. Mike will keep walking. Vic entering the building through the big glass doors, smiling as he's approached by a night shift security guard. And we hear Mike still walking alone now, heading away from the glass office building toward a van parked up the block.
The escort, this is escort 1. I'm clear.
Interior, Berlin, HQ/command post, night. The command post, Cronin Works, the communications board.
All teams, listen up. We're standing by for a final green.
Pamela, who has been listening just as she's about to give the final word, Kim raises a finger.
Langley?
She hands Pamela a phone that's patched into her board.
Martin?
Interior, CIA situation room, Langley, Virginia, day. 3 men, CIA mandarins, sit around a round table. Martin Marshall, Deputy Vice Director, he's in charge. All is tense.
I'm here. So is Donnie and Jack Wheeler. We understand you using the full allocation for this buy.
That's where we came out.
It's a lot of money, Pam.
We're talking raw, unprocessed KGB files. It's not something we can go out and comparison shop.
Still,
For a thief, a mole. I vetted the source, Marty. He's real. If it does nothing more than narrow the list of suspects, it's a bargain at 10 times the price. Pamela, Jack Weller here. It's the quality that's at issue. Yes, sir. I'm in total agreement. If they're fakes, they're expensive. Gentlemen, I've got the seller on site and in play. Quite honestly, there's not much more to talk about.
Marshall looks to his mandarins, not convinced, but doesn't want to lose the opportunity. Time to wash his hands.
all right, Pam. Your game. Your call.
Interior, Berlin HQ/command post, night. All eyes on Pamela as she puts down the phone to Langley, nodding to Cronin, yes.
Final green, you're go. Repeat. You are go for final green.
Interior, glass office, building lobby, night. Vic has just passed muster with the security guard. He's standing alone in an elevator bank.
On my way up.
Vic, pulling his earpiece, going dark, waits for an elevator. Interior, glass office building, electrical closet, night. Dark. A small room full of wiring and infrastructure, lit by the glare of someone's Mac light. Gloved hands quickly pass over the racks of gear and wiring, then stopping at the main electrical risers. They carefully place an explosive device, no bigger than a pack of cigarettes, onto the main riser. Done with that, here comes a second small explosion. Sorry, let me say that again. Done with that, here comes a second small explosive device, but this one's special. It's being taken from a plastic bag and mounted down by the floor on a sub panel. Done. The hands hold up what looks like a piece of tape. It bears a fingerprint. As the tape is pressed down, transferring it onto the charge. Interior, glass office, building elevator, night. Vic alone with the samples case, pressing the button for number 9, the top floor. The doors close. The car rises. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then it stops. Vic bracing himself as the door opens and Ivan, Russian, the guy we saw outside with the briefcase, standing in an empty, darkened hallway. Show me.
Here.
No. Show now. Vic flips open the case. Cash, $3 million. Interior glass office building, corridor, night. A glass door, a suite of offices beyond, clean, anonymous. One light on deep inside. Caspiex Petroleum, Cherbourg, Moscow, Rome, Tehran. Interior, Caspec's office, Caspec's office, night. Curtains down, lights low. Ivan sitting with the samples case, counting the cash. Vic poring over. Russian document files, dozens of KGB files, old and new, spreadsheets, financial data, incomprehensibly Cyrillic, marked up, but judging by the seals and clearance sign-offs, all top secret.
This is everything.
Is Olda. Suddenly music, a radio, some tinny pop tune just started playing from somewhere down the hall.
What the hell was that? Is that alone? You said alone?
Both of them sure they're being double-crossed.
Who? Who is there?
No, not me, no other people.
Shut up. Just shut up. Shut the...
Freaked by the gun, Ivan to his feet, Vic pushing him back as he rushes past, the sample case spilling cash hand. Wrong. Snap, stop, 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 snap. Fast, fast, suppress small caliber shots. Vic falls first, Ivan crashing back across the desk as the bullets tear into him. Both of them dead before they hit the floor and, reversed to find, the gloved hands unscrewing a silencer. Tucking away the weapon, already in motion before we know what's happened, pulling a climbing duffel out from his backpack. Stuffing in the samples case and Ivan's briefcase, all the files, all the money. Except wait, he's left out one old KGB file cover, and now he pulls a plastic bag from his backpack. Gloved hands carefully removed a single sheet of paper from inside the bag. And this paper looks exactly like all the stuff he's just tucked away. Another page full of Cyrillic blur. He's putting this sheet of paper inside the file cover. Now he's slipping them both underneath the desk, tossing them as if they fell in the struggle. And interior glass office building, electrical closet night. The electrical risers as one of the two detonation devices blow. A single tidy self-contained explosion. And exterior/interior of the glass office building lobby night. As the lights flicker and fail, and the night shift security guard is suddenly cast into darkness. And interior Berlin HQ command post night. As they were waiting, but only a moment before.
We lost power. The building, the whole place just went dark.
Cronin looking at Pamela, the first whiff of dread as.
Repeat. Who's dark? The target building or your location?
Radio voices piling up, panicked, confused, cascading as. Exterior Berlin, Novotel/parking lot night. Anonymous drone barn. Kirill stepping out of a car. He's carrying the duffel. Interior Berlin, Novotel corridor night. Kirill heading down the hall. Interior Novotel room night. Kirill enters. It's a small room. Gretov is waiting. He's 40, professional, trim and polished, dominant.
You're early.
You're complaining?
It's clean.
Will I bring it?
Gretov is Gretov taking over now. Tosses some money on the bed, checks out the photocopy of the files.
What are you doing?
Kirill strips quickly.
I'm taking a shower. It's been a long day.
Make it fast. My plane is waiting.
Gretov dumping $3 million over the bed as Kirill sheds his clothes, and we dissolve to. Exterior the bridge. Goa day. Workwind clusters the cable winches. The jeep is raised from the river bottom as water pours off of it. Bourne watching from a distance. Empty. To exterior Berlin office building day. Crime scene. Police blocking office workers from getting in the building. Media vans clogging the street. Pamela and Cronin across the street watching. The mood is black. Ashes.
We need to get in there.
I'm working on it.
Pamela stands there, silent, staring at the disaster across the street. Interior shack, Goa, day. Bourne is bailing. Exfil procedure, but this is a heartbroken exfil. A footlocker open, Bourne's main stash. Bourne going through the footlocker, getting aside his work clothes and other things he needs. But he also has to separate. A growing pile of Marie memories, bank cards, phony student IDs, loose passport photos with the miss of looks and hairdos, clothes, vacuum pack bags, spare shoes, exterior near the shack day. A gasoline-stoked fire burning in a rock-lined pit. Bourne feeding his papers and all of Marie's belongings into the fire. A passport cover crinkles back to reveal her photo. Her face begins to burn. Gas-soaked clothes tossed in. Nothing left except the photograph, the picture of he and Marie at the beach. The one from his desk. Bourne hesitates, holds the photo out to the flames. The rules of exfil say drop it, but he can't, won't. He reaches to his bag, sticks the photo on top of his gear. Then, hefting the bag, Bourne strides away. Interior Berlin HQ command post day. A folding table covered with Xeroxed Berlin police paperwork. Pamela getting show and tell from Cronin and Teddy. Sorry.
So there were two of those explosive charges placed on the power lines. One of them failed. The fingerprint, that's from the one that didn't go off.
The Germans can't match it? Nobody's got it. We checked everything. Database we could access. Oh, nothing.
Show her the other thing.
Oh, this is the KGB file that must have fallen somehow and then slipped under, I guess, a desk there. Or do we know what this says? Yep. The main word there, the file heading translates as treadstone. What the hell is treadstone?
Cronin shaking his head. Nobody knows. Cut to. Exterior, India countryside, day. Born bouncing around on an old Punjab bus, alone in a crush of humanity, going only God knows where. Cut to. Exterior, CIA headquarters, Langley, Virginia. Pamela's POV as she drives towards the entrance. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Interior say headquarters day, a long, bright, sterile hallway. Pamela and Cronin walking briskly alongside a uniformed SPS officer. Interior, the CIA elevator day. Pamela and Cronin watching the SPS officer unlock the operation panel, coding in. They begin to descend and, interior of a different CIA quarter day, drab and desolate. Pamela and Cronin come around a corner, walking with a new escort officer, passing a sign that reads Operation Library Center. Interior of the secured reading room number 63171 day. Sealed, triple locked, numbered door. It swings open. Lights flicker on. Tons of shit packed away in here. Shelves bulging. Boxes, tapes, binders, hard drives. Pamela steps in. A huge filing cabinet labeled Treadstone.
Ward,
Yes?
Pamela Landy.
Interior of Abbott's office, CIA at headquarters day. Ward Abbott at his desk. The cluttered clubhouse HQ of a man who spent the last 35 years in the spy game. A picture window offers a commander's view of the bullpen.
What can I do for you, Pam?
I was hoping you had some time for me.
Time for what?
I'm free right now, actually.
That sounds ominous. Let me check my schedule.
Abbott holds the phone, eyes drifting out the window and, from Abbott's point of view, the bullpen. Cronin is standing with Daniel Zorn, one of Abbott's trusted number twos. Clearly, Zorn is getting the less polite version of Pamela's invitation. Zorn managing to shoot a quick, questioning glance to Abbott as, interior CIA interview room day, we transfer to a cold room, a desk, 2 chairs, Abbott and Pamela alone.
Treadstone.
Never heard of it.
That's not going to fly.
With all due respect, Pam, I think you might have wandered a little past your pay grade.
She has a piece of paper. She slides it forward.
That's a warrant from Director Marshall, granting me unrestricted access to all personnel and materials associated with Treadstone.
Abbott rocked in trying to hide it.
And what are we looking for?
I want to know about Treadstone.
To know about it? It was a kill squad, black on black, closed down 2 years ago. Nobody wants to know about Treadstone, not around here. You better take this back to Marty and make sure he knows what you're doing.
He does. I've been down to the archives. I have the files, Ward.
Exterior Bay of Naples, late afternoon. A hard-working port. A big Mediterranean ferry coming in. Naples. Ferry. Born at the rail. Unchained from India. Staring ahead as Europe looms. Exterior ferry dock, late afternoon. Bourne disembarking to an immigration queue. Looking unremarkable. Just one of many passing through. Interior CIA interview room day. As they were. Abbott watching Pamela pull a photo from her file, sliding it over. Conklin's face peering back.
Let's talk about
Me? You want my desk? Is that it?
I want to know what happened.
What happened? Jason Bourne happened. You got the files? Then let's cut the crap. It went wrong. Conklin and those guys wound up so tight they were bound to snap. Bourne was his number one. Guy went to work, screwed the op, and never came back. Conklin couldn't fix it, couldn't find Bourne, couldn't adjust. It all went sideways. Finally, there were no options left.
So you had Conklin killed. I mean, if we're cutting the crap,
I've given 30 years and 2 marriages on this agency. I've shoveled shit on 4 continents. I'm due to retire next year, and believe me, I need my pension. But if you think I'm going to sit here and let you dangle me with this, you could go to hell. Marshall, too. It had to be done.
and Bourne, where is he now?
Dead in a ditch. Drunk on a bar in Mogadishu. Who knows?
I think I do. We had a deal going down in Berlin last week. During the buy, both our field agent and the seller were killed. We pulled a fingerprint from a timing charge that didn't go off. They were killed by Jason Bourne.
Abbott hesitates, blindsided. What? A courtesy knock at the door.
They're ready for us upstairs.
Interior Ferry Building Customs Hall, Sunset. Now, at the immigration office, Bourne hands over an old blue passport. It reads, Jason Bourne. What's he up to? Is he giving up?
Where are you coming from, Mr. Bourne?
Daggers.
The officer runs the code on the passport through the scanner. Interior Interpol Monitoring Station, Madrid, Sunset. A tech turns as a computer alarm begins an incessant beeping. The screen, as Jason Bourne's passport data begins scrolling through, a sleeper waking up on the grid. Then his photo. Workstation, as an Interpol supervisor leans in over the tech's shoulder to see what's up. After a beat, the tech begins typing and hits send. Interior CIA Relay Station, Bethesda, Maryland, day. Crew cut turns from his monitor to his own superior as, at the same time, in the inside of the ferry building customs hall, looking at from his computer, the immigration officer gestures Bourne to one side.
Sir, would you be so kind as to step over here, please?
Sure.
The immigration officer comes out of his booth as a carabinieri joins him, and they escort Bourne to a small room at the side of the customs hall.
Oh, please wait in here.
Bourne scans the hall as he walks and enters the room.
7 years ago, $12 million was stolen from a CIA account.
Bourne takes a seat. The carabinieri guards the room. Interior CIA Situation Room day. Same table, more faces. Marshall back in the throne. Abbott, 3 CIA mandarins plus their number 2s, and
In Warsaw, this is
click. A photo of the man killed in Berlin fills a projection screen behind her. Click. The crime scene photo of a dead body. Click. Pecco's oil logo.
Ivan Medvedev, senior financial manager, worked for one of the new Russian petroleum companies, Pecos Oil. He claimed to know where the money landed. We believe this could have only happened with help from someone inside the agency. And this
Click. Conklin's photo.
is Conklin's computer.
Click. A photocopy of a banking contract.
At the time of his death, Conklin was sitting on a personal account in the amount of $760,000.
Do you know what his budget was?
Excuse me?
We were throwing money at him, throwing it at him and asking him to keep it dark.
May I finish?
Conklin might have been a nut, but he wasn't a mole. You have me his calendar for a couple of days. I'll prove he killed Lincoln. This is supposed to be definitive?
What's definitive is that I just lost 2 people in Berlin.
So what's your theory? Conklin's reaching out from the grave to protect his good name? The man is dead.
No one's disturbing that, Ward.
For Christ's sake, Marty, you knew Conklin. Does this scan? I mean, at all?
Marshall signals for quiet.
Okay, cut the chase, Pam. What are you stealing? Selling?
I think that Bourne and Conklin were in business, that Bourne is still involved, and that whatever information I was going to buy in Berlin, it was big enough to make Bourne come out from wherever he's been hiding to kill again. How's that scan?
As the mandarins all start talking at once, Zorn enters, stands at the head of the table, tries to get their attention.
Hey, look, you're not going to believe this, but Jason Bourne's passport just came up on the grid in Naples.
Abbott blinks. What? Exterior ferry building customs hall night. Nevins, American, a junior CIA field officer, walking from the parking lot, talking on his cell phone.
What can I do? I can't. I'll call you when I know what I'm into. I don't know. Some guy's name came up on the computer. So start without me. If I can get there, I will. Later.
Nevin hangs up and pockets the phone. He hustles toward the building. Interior situation room day. The room is jumping. Agents tracking, working the phones and computers. Pamela giving orders. Abbott watches. Abscar? Are you there?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, looks like he's been detained.
Who's going? Us?
There's only a consulate. They sent a field officer out half an hour ago.
Then get a number. They need to know who they're dealing with.
Cronin already on it. Interior ferry building holding room sunset. As Nevins flashes his credentials to the carabinieri at the door, who gives an unimpressed shrug and lets him in, Nevins takes his overcoat off, tosses it on the empty chair. We see a big-ass 45 for just a second under his suit jacket.
All right, Mr. Bourne, is that your name? Name's Nevins. I'm with the U.S. Consulate. Can I see your passport?
Bourne, silent, hands over his passport.
So, Mr. Bourne.
Nevins steadies Bourne's passport.
What are you doing in Tangiers?
Silence.
Are you traveling alone?
Bourne stares straight ahead. Nevin comes around the table and sits in front of Bourne.
Look, I don't know what you've done, but you're gonna need play ball here.
Nevin's cell starts to ring. He shrugs an apology, turns away, and answers.
Nevins.
This is Pamela Landy, a supervisor calling from Langley, Virginia. Are you with a Jason Bourne now?
Yes?
Interior CA situation room day. Pamela on the phone.
Then use extreme caution. He can be very unpredictable and violent. Use whatever means necessary to...
Interior ferry building holding room sunset. Whatever Nevins is being told, it's concerning. Bourne, watching him, knows exactly what this is. Close on Nevins as he steps away, listening intently, his hand just starting to move toward his shoulder holster.
Okay, I'll call you right back.
Nevin flips shut his phone. He reaches for his gun, even as he turns, and Bourne is right there in his face. Whoomp! Momentum and gravity reaching mutual agreement as Nevins hits the deck. The carabinieri barely clears his holster before, chop chop, Bourne has him down in a heap. Bourne is back, silent and effective. Finding Nevin's cell phone, Bourne reaches into his bag. He holds the phone next to a larger diagnostic mobile unit. The confirm light blinks. Nevin's phone has been cloned. Bourne puts the phone back in Nevin's coat, takes his gun and the carabinieri's gun and radio, and puts them in his duffel. We're starting to realize there's a plan at work here. Finally, Bourne exits the door, wedging a desk under the handle so it cannot be opened from the inside, and calmly walks away like nothing ever happened. Exterior Naples Ferry Building night. And now we see the old Bourne in his long black coat, purposely striding out of the building. He pauses long enough for the security camera to get a good look at him. The Ronin returns. Exterior Naples Ferry parking lot night. Bourne crosses the street and approaches a man putting a suitcase in the trunk of a green Peugeot. Bourne reaches into his bag and pulls out some cash. Interior ferry security holding room night. Nevin's stirring and the carabinieri still out. A phone starts to ring. Nevin's phone. Finally sitting up, he answers.
Hello?
Interior CIA situation room day. Pamela on the other end of the line.
Mr. Nevins,
Who's this?
Pamela Landy again. Where do we stand?
Interior ferry security holding room, night. Nevins barely knows where he is. Exterior Naples Street, night. Bourne sits in the dark car, headphones, a nest of cool gadgetry on the passenger seat, listening in, recording. He writes Pamela Landy and circles it.
I think he got away.
Pamela looks at the faces waiting around the table. Shakes her head no.
Have you locked down the area?
We're in Italy. They don't exactly lock down real quick.
Intercut between Bourne, Nevins, and Pamela.
How long have you worked for the agency?
Me? 4 years.
If you ever want to make it to 5, you're going to listen to me real close. Jason Bourne is armed and extremely dangerous. A week ago, he assassinated 2 men in Berlin. One of them was a highly experienced field officer.
We're totally on Bourne at this point, sitting there in the dark car, struggling to make sense of this. What the fuck is she talking about? Berlin? He writes it, circles it.
I want that area secured. I want any evidence secured, and I want it done now. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Ma'am.
I'm getting on a plane to Berlin in 45 minutes, which means you are going to call me back in 30. And when I ask you where we stand, I had better be impressed. My mobile number is...
Bourne ready to turn the key in the ignition, the Peugeot roaring to life as he writes the number. Dropping the car into gear, Bourne pulls briskly away from the curb. Interior CIA Situation Room day. Pamela finishes, hangs up.
Berlin.
I've already got a team there. I doubt Bourne's in Naples to settle down and raise a family.
You don't know what you're getting into here.
And you do? From the moment he left Treadstone, he has killed and eluded every person that you send to find him.
Before it can come to blows...
Enough. I want both of you on that plane. And we are, all of us, going to do what we were either too lazy or inert to at the last time around. You're going to find this Sonobabished bitch and take him down before he destroys any more of this agency. Is that defined enough for you?
Abbott nods, sharing a look with Pamela as we, on the interior CIA headquarters hallway, see Pamela and Cronin come screaming around a corner and down a long corridor, Abbott and Zorn trying to keep up.
It's reopening all the Wi-Fi and sat links.
Uplink all relevant files to Kim. And I want them to contact anyone who had anything to do with Treadstone.
Zorn looks to Abbott as they disappear around a corner. Exterior of the Autostrada night, the Peugeot speeding north toward Germany, and the interior of Bourne's Peugeot night, Bourne driving, listening to a playback of Pamela's conversation with Nevins.
Jason Bourne is armed and extremely dangerous.
Bourne's face, eyes tight, looking weird.
A week ago, he assassinated 2 men in Berlin. One, a highly...
Suddenly, flashback, a shard, pieces, lightning flash of images, getting in the back of a car, rolling Brandenburg, Berlin, mirror, the television tower. The driver looks back. We see him. We'll know him later as Jarda. Then, a steel case on the back seat. Inside syringe, a dark vial, a pistol, as we lays hands on him. Back to Bourne, out of it, jolted, almost losing control of the car for a second, jerking back into the lane. Recognition, toughing it out, steady as she goes, catching his rhythm again, accelerating, and interior bakery, Portobello Road day. A bakery in the corner, Nikki emerging, Nikki from the old days. Suddenly, as she stops, Abbott stands there beside a parked car, the passenger door open. Message clear. Get the F in. Interior U.S. Air Force Base, England. Inside a hangar, inside an office, Abbott watching as Cronin questions Nikki. Pamela sits on a windowsill and let's see, Jackson, can you take action descriptions in the scene with Nikki?
So your cover at the time was what?
That I was an American student in Paris.
What exactly did your job with Treadstone in Paris consist of?
Nikki looks to Abbott. He nods that it's okay to answer. Pamela belittles and checks off at the check.
I had two responsibilities. One was to coordinate logistical operations. The other was to monitor the health of the agents, to make sure they were up to date with their medications.
Health, meaning what?
Their mental health. Because of what they'd been through, they were prone to a variety of problems.
What kind of problems?
Depression, anger, compulsive behaviors. They had physical symptoms, headaches, sensitivity to light.
Amnesia?
Before this? Before BOURNE? No.
Nikki gets agitated. Abbott steps in fartherly. Good cop.
Were you familiar with the training program?
The details? No. I mean, I was told it was voluntary. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I was told. Look, they took vulnerable subjects, okay? You mix that with the right pharmacology and some serious behavior modification, and I don't know, I mean, I guess anything's possible.
Zorn arrives from outside.
The jet's ready. There's a car for you.
Everybody moving. Nikki relieved. She's off the hook. She thinks. She becomes aware of Pamela's considering her.
Good luck.
You were his local contact. You were with him the night Conklin died. You're coming with us.
Exterior private jet. Dusk. Streaks across the sky. Interior private jet. Night. Quiet in the cabin. Abbott gets up to use the bathroom. Pamela sits across from Nikki, who stares out the window. As the bathroom door clicks shut, Pamela seizes the privacy.
I'm curious about BOURNE. Your interpretation of his condition? You have specific training in the identification and diagnosis of psychological conditions.
Am I a doctor? No, but
Are you an expert in amnesia?
look, what do you want me to say? I was there. I believed him.
Believed what?
I believed Jason Bourne had suffered a severe traumatic breakdown.
So he fooled you.
Oh, if you say so.
Not good enough. You're the person who floated this amnesia story. Ever feel sorry for him for what he'd been through?
You're making it out like we're friends here or something. I met him alone twice.
You felt nothing? No spark? Two young people in Paris, dangerous missions, life and death?
You mean, did I want to date?
Did you?
These were killers. Conklin had them all jacked up. They were Dobermans.
Well, some women like Dobermans.
Oh, what do you want from me? I was reassigned. I'm out.
See, there's a problem for me, Nikki. Whatever he's doing, we need to end it. This isn't the kind of mess you walk away from.
Pamela leans away. Nikki looks back out the window.
All right, I'll take it back. Exterior tarmac, Berlin airport night. 3 a.m. as the Gulfstream lurches to a stop. 2 black sedans here for the pickup. Teddy, the greeting party, as Pamela, Cronin, Abbott, Zorn, and Nikki disembark. Exterior Berlin street night. The sedans making their way, stopping at a nondescript office building. Interior Berlin HQ command post night. The elevator opens into their 9th floor world. Emergency activity. Kim ready to debrief. Kurt works the computers. Energy up. Pamela, Abbott, and Cronin bring Nikki into the room.
So far, BOURNE had no contact with anyone on the list. Langley pulled an image out of Napa. It's uploading right now.
Coming in now.
Everything stops as the photo, blurry, oblique, begins materializing on half a dozen monitors around the room. Suddenly, they're surrounded by BOURNE.
Is it him?
Looking closer, she nods.
It's not hiding, that's for sure.
Why Naples? Why now?
Pamela's gone quiet, just staring at the picture as...
Could be random.
Maybe he's running?
Abbott looks skeptical.
On his own passport?
What's he actually doing?
What's it doing? He's making his first mistake.
And then from behind them, it's not a mistake. They don't make mistakes. And they don't do random. There's always an objective, always a target. If he's in Naples on his own passport, there's a reason. Pamela turns to Abbott, a silent moment between them. They're in it now, and they know it. Italian mountain highway night, the Peugeot streaking through the Alps, passing a sign for the German border. Moonlit glacial peaks whipping past as the club music starts pulsing louder and louder, and interior the Peugeot, night, BOURNE, driving hard, pushing the car through the night. Mission BOURNE. As the music keeps just building and building, taking us into the interior of a Moscow nightclub at night. Packed and loud, skin and smoke, a doorman on the move, taking us with him through the crowd. Faces, voices, all the Moscow party people, and at the back, a VIP booth. Kirill simply shit-faced, but in a really creepy, numb kind of way. 3 women, absolutely gorgeous, are sitting around him, chatting away as if he weren't even there. The girl's looking up to see Dorman. Is that?
Sorry, that was me. I was muted. I didn't realize it. Then you walk?
Kirill stirs, his stupor a futile attempt to escape, eyes still those of an exceptionally hard man. A minute later, Kirill can walk, the most graceful drunk you've ever seen, making his way through the club, tuning out everything but the need to get to the door and exterior Moscow nightclub day. Yes, day. It's 9 a.m. Kirill suddenly in the sunlight. People going to work, kids off to school, and Gretkov sitting in his Mercedes, not happy. Follow car and security and assistant equally unhappy.
You told me Jason Bourne was dead.
Kirill blinking against the sunlight, trying to process. Exterior anonymous Munich neighborhood day, discreet and chilly. A car pulls up, a man gets out. Munich. We don't see his face as he heads in. Interior Jarder's house, foyer, kitchen day. The man enters. His alarm system, beep, beep, starts once he comes through the door. There's a keypad on the wall. He enters his code and the beeping stops, just like every day. It's a sad house. He hangs his coat on the rack, moving now into the kitchen. He drops his briefcase on the table, opens the fridge for a drink, except what it comes out with is a gun, wheeling around. The salaryman is Jarda from Bourne's dream. But as he turns, Bourne behind him, bigger gun, waiting, so ready.
I impeded it.
Out a little light?
Drop it.
Jarda lets the gun fall, looking his old comrade over a beat. But Bourne's not interested in a reunion.
Here.
Bourne tosses him flex cuffs. Jarda puts his hands behind his back, turns to let Bourne clinch them.
Front, up your teeth.
Sorry, old habits.
Bourne kicks over a chair. Sit.
Work in the ether? Was you lost your memory?
Bourne checking Jarda's briefcase, tearing through it.
You still should have moved.
I like it here. Last time I saw you was Greece. You had a good spot.
Bourne reacts, doesn't look over, but realizes.
I had a girl. I had her lined up that whole afternoon, waiting for you. That was a problem. You ever do 2 targets? That's tough.
Bourne turns, cold.
So why didn't you kill me then?
She wouldn't let me. She's the only reason you're alive.
Silence. Jarda down a peg. Or two.
What do you want?
Coughlin.
He's dead.
Bourne, the gun, right to Jarda's face.
Try again.
Saw it dead in Paris. Dead the night you walked out.
Then, who runs Treadstone?
Nobody. They shut it down. We're the last two. It's over.
Not finishing because he's falling, landing hard. Bourne just kicked a chair out from under him.
You're lying. If it was over, why are they after me?
I don't know.
Who sent you to Greece?
A voice from the States. Someone new.
Pamela Landy.
I don't know who that is.
What's going on in Berlin?
I don't know why would I lie.
Silence. Bourne pulls back, unsure. Jarda makes it to his feet.
What the hell did you do? You must have really screwed up.
Bourne doesn't know. He backs off.
She really did that? Told you not to kill me? I had a woman once, but after a while, what do you talk about? I mean, for us, the work, you can't tell them who you are. I did.
I did.
Jarda hesitates. It's really like Bourne just told him how much he loved her.
Thought you were here to kill me.
Something in the way he said it. Plus, Jarda just glanced at his watch.
What did you do? What did you do?
Jarda shrugs, almost embarrassed. Bourne looks across to the alarm pad Jarda hit on the way in. Voltage like a switch.
You called it in.
I'm sorry.
How long? How long do I have?
Stopping because the phone just started ringing. Loud, insistent.
How long?
Interior the DoD Rapid Car Day. Jamming. Right the fuck into it. 3 guys. Jarheads. DoD Special Force dudes. Speeding through Munich. Jar number 1 is the driver. Jar number 2 is prepping weapons like a maniac in the back seat. And jar number 3... Is that me?
No, it's me. It's the red flag. No fixer. Call him back ASAP.
What? What'd they do?
She called Munich local.
It's probably just another drill anyway. Interior Jarda's house kitchen day. Phone ringing. Jarda in cuffs. Bourne scanning out the windows. Everything fast.
Car keys?
My coats, but we should
What?
take the back, get another car.
Bourne hesitates just a moment. Wrong. Slam. Out of nowhere, Jarda swings. 2 hands still cuffed like a mace. catching Bourne hard and Bourne stunned. Jarda smashing the coffee table, slices the flex clefts through a shard of glass. Free. Jarda follows up, knee up in the ribs, the gun knocked free from Bourne's hand, skittering across the floor. Bourne, as Jarda starts to move, backhanding him, and exterior Munich Street day, 2 Munich patrol cars rolling, and inside the kitchen, seen from inside, glimpse through the glass outside. It's war, a flat-out, close-quarter death match. Jarda, older and cuffed, but strong and determined. Bourne, still hammered from that opening sucker punch. The two of them braced there, grappling, falling. Jarda, the cuffs. He's got Bourne in a chokehold, but Bourne driving his head back into Jarda's face and, inside the DoD rapid car day, jamming along through Munich. Then back to Jarda's kitchen day, Jarda, Bourne, the gun on the floor, struggling for it. Jarda there first, Bourne on him, pin there, 4 hands, 1 gun, and blam, wild shot into the refrigerator. Still wrestling, breaking Jarda's nose until the gun knocked away again. Finally, their hands locked into each other's throats. This is as real and up close as it gets, until Bourne finally holds dead weight, eyes fixed, staring. Bourne jumping back, blood all over his shirt. Bourne's first kill in a long time, a messy one, revulsion. Interior DoD rapid car day, the jarheads getting close, but up ahead, another Munich patrol car in motion. The jarheads react, don't need or want the company. Interior Jarda's kitchen day. Bourne, all business now, pulling the stove away from the wall. There, the gas line hose. Bourne ripping it free, gas running wide open into the room. Next, a fork, grabbing it, jamming it down into the mechanism on a toaster, wedging it there. And now he's grabbing papers, Jarda's stuff on the table, jamming a roll of sales projections into the toaster beside the fork. Bourne, coughing from the gas, turning the toaster on, checking his watch, taking one last look at Jarda dead on the floor, and interior DoD rapid car day, they're just turning into the street, Jarda Street day, the DoD car. 3 DoDs approaching the house when, boom, Jarda's kitchen, blown out, gone. Exterior Jarda's back door day, Bourne, at the same moment, flying out the rear, as planned, urban backyard exfil. He's flying and gone. The exterior Jarda's house day, fire, smoke, oh, it's all burning now. Munich cops blown back. They'll have a story to tell tonight. Interior Bourne's car day, drives away past the arriving police. Interior Berlin HQ command post night. The bullpen is cranking. Phones to Munich, lines to Langley, Abbott watching from the sidelines, Kurt and Kim at their workstations. Pamela on mobile turns to Abbott.
So he beats a man within an inch of his life, strangles him, and then blows the place up. For someone with amnesia, he certainly hasn't forgotten how to kill, has he?
Across the room, Cronin and Teddy suddenly excited about what they're seeing on their screen. You have a scar.
Hey. They've got him boxed in.
Everyone rushing the rook, excited except
Oh, forget it. They lost him. What are you talking about? They've got a 3 blockers perimeter. Oh, you can't see him. He's not in front of you. Forget it. He's gone.
It's not gonna be like last time.
You better start listening to someone because we've been there.
Okay, enough. Take a walk, Danny. Get some air.
Zorn nods, happy to. I don't think we need to keep looking for him anyway.
And why is that?
Because he's doing what he just said he'd do. He's coming for us. And for the first time, they're all thinking the same thing. I think this is where we should take an intermission real quick.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
So 5 minutes. Let's see, it is 28 after the hour. So be back in, let's see, was that 33
Yeah.
after the hour?
Sounds good.
Perfect.
8:13. I'll be back by 18.
Okay. All right, let me know when you're all back.
I apologize for not being able to say certain words. I'm like really trying on these ones, and I'm like, what am I looking at?
Oh, it's okay. I had that one Italian word for the Italian police, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I have no idea how to pronounce that, much less the name of that car
yeah,
that
I
starts
know.
with a P. Some of these
It's
ones are
just
just tricky.
staring at it like, what in the world?
Well, and of
Well,
course, when they run 5 words together.
yeah, son of a
Oh,
bitch.
I felt so silly after that when Aubrey said it. I was like,
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Wait, when Aubrey said what?
Because we were
no,
talking about when you had words
yeah,
run all together.
I was a son of a bitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was so confused. I was like, what in the world is this word?
All right.
Oh,
So, Aviskar, when you get back, let me know. So the last half, we're into kind of into the arbitrary act 4 and 5 here, and since everybody has a ton of lines, I figured we would just each take a turn reading one page of actions and descriptions at a time.
Okay.
Avistar, in that order: Aviscar, Aubrey, Vicky, Kat, Jackson. But if you're in a major scene, feel free to say pass, and we'll just skip to the next person. So, because I know there's a few characters that have some big scenes together.
So I'm after Aubrey.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Yeah.
But we have to be here on Abiskar, so I can explain that one more time. It's actually going a little faster than I thought it would be with all the actions and descriptions. But
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long script though.
it
it
is.
is.
It's 122
2
or so
pages.
pages, and we're about just under halfway through. I think we're on page 54 here. So
I mean, it's going by really fast. That's not what I mean by that. I just
Yeah.
mean it's like, wow. I mean, it's a lot of descriptions. Probably what the scripts I've seen the most descriptions of. Or one of the
Yeah.
scripts I've seen the most descriptions of.
yeah,
It's good.
these fight scenes
It's
are
very
very
visual.
detailed.
Yeah. It's what I think like we would have gotten if we got like the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we had a decent amount of that one. I think we sussed out of being not a real
Yeah. Yeah. Because we didn't have any
script.
of the
Yeah,
alternative scenes or anything like that. Yeah.
yeah.
This one
But that
definitely has drafts, so
Oh yeah, this one definitely is I think a legit script. Just like I saw with the Neverending Story one, all I saw was it was just dialogue. I was like, yep, this was definitely someone just did all the dialogue, not necessarily like the actual script.
oh yeah, I looked really hard for the actual script on that one, but they have them like at auctions for hundreds of dollars apparently.
Oh my goodness.
Signed copies and such.
oh
Oh,
my.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Craziness.
Huh.
I'll be right back just a second.
Okay.
I'm opening up my door. That's just too hot in here. Oh,
No,
So
we've read it.
Avistar,
Oh.
for the last half of the script, we're going to be, since there's so many different scenes with everybody in them, we're going to be trading off actions and descriptions. So we're each going to read one page at a time and then pass to the next person. So
yes.
you're going to be first, and then after Jackson reads, and you get to read again. Does that make sense? So we'll go you, Aubrey, Vicky, me, and Jackson. And just keep going on and on. Did you get that, Aviskar? Yes, no, maybe.
Okay.
Hello.
I think they're trying to unmute.
Yes.
Oh shit. I'm so stupid. I was muted the whole time. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
was like,
I
why
wondered
is
if
he not responding? Am I
It's
mute?
all good.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to ask, which line am I supposed to carry accents and descriptions from?
So we're gonna start with the hotel here, Interior Hotel
Oh, okay.
Burger, which is and then we continue on through the next page here. So every time you see a page number, we'll switch to the next person, unless you're in a major scene, in which case you could just not read them for that scene, and we'll just
All
pass.
right. Okay.
We'll see how that works, anyways.
Hmm.
It's an experiment. We'll see. So if you want to go ahead and start reading this last section here, and then all of page 54, then we'll switch to Aubrey at page 55.
Oh, okay. Good. So, shall we start?
Yeah.
Yes.
Interior, the Audi rest stop, night. Bones eyes opening, heart pounding, springing up, alone, damn, his side hurts. Recoiling from that, where is he? He's in the car, looking around, and his windshield POV. An autobahn, rest stop, gas station, sleeping trucks. Back to Bone catching his breath, shifting away from the pain in his rib, checking his watch. But what the hell is that on his sleeve? Pockets blood, Jada's blood. Exterior autobahn, rest stop, night. Born out of the car fast, careless, wrong, not even checking who's watching, pulling off the shirt, tearing it off, throwing it down, and standing there in the weird light, a bit bruise ripening on his side, looking around. It's okay, nobody's watching, but shit, man, get it together. Interior, Peugeot, how do you pronounce it? Peugeot, Autobahn Nights, streaking alone, born back to his missing. Exterior, Autobahn Night, roaring by a shine, Berlin 75 kilometer. Interior, Moscow Airport, night. Kirill striking through the terminal, moving quickly toward a departure gate, and the camera finds Getkov, a wall, watching him go.
Exterior Berlin train station, dawn. Bourne drives up. Interior Berlin's train station, dawn. Quiet and forlorn this early. Just like Bourne, who's taking a locker, stashing a backpack, prepping the evac. Always ready. He heads outside, we hear.
Berlin Hilton, how can I help you?
I'm trying to reach a guest. Pamela Landy, please.
I'm sorry, but I'm not showing that we have a guest by that name. Oh,
Interior Berlin train station, phone kiosk, dawn. Bourne tucked in with a Berlin guidebook, a felt tip pen, and a €50 phone card, working it.
Pamela Landy, please.
I'm sorry, I don't see it here.
Crossing out another hotel off the list. 4 down, 40 to go as we start time cutting and.
No one here by that name. No, sir, there's no Landy here. How are you spelling that, sir? Oh, sorry, but no. I have no Landy registered, sir.
Continuing until interior Pamela's Hilton Hotel Suite, dawn. Clean and plain, a bed nobody slept in. The phone begins ringing. Pamela, fresh from the shower, rushing out from the bathroom to answer it.
Hello?
Dial tone. Pamela hangs up. That was strange. Exterior, Berlin streets. Alexanderplatz, dawn. A taxi driving through the empty early streets and interior, Berlin taxi, dawn. Bourne in the back seat, staring out the window and his POV. The Funnesturm looming as they pass, the Berlin TV tower, that needle in the sky from the flashback. And then suddenly, flashback, it's raining. We're still moving, still in a car, still near Alexanderplatz. But suddenly, it's pouring outside. Turning back, we realize we're not in the cab anymore. There's a driver up front beside him. Conklin. Yes, Conklin. He's in the passenger seat, turning back to us, handing us something, a photograph, a face, some guy. Niski, Vladimir Niski. He's at the Hostel Brucker. Get the papers. Say it. Bourne, Treadstone Bourne, alone in the back, staring at the photo.
Niski. Hotel break papers.
This is not a drill, soldier. We're clear on that. This is a live project, and you are go. Training is over.
Yes, sir.
Good. Then give me the damn picture back. See you on the other side. Pull over. He's getting out.
Back to Bourne, sitting on the back seat of the cab, frozen there, rocked. What's happening to him? No chance to work it out because a taxi stopped and
The hotel breaker or the grand? Make up your mind.
What?
This is the Western Grand. Just said breaker.
Yeah. Sorry. This is good.
interior Berlin Westin Grand Hotel lobby, early morning. Concentric grins look down on each other. Bourne slipping in unnoticed, taking a quick look up before moving along. Interior Health Club, Grand Hotel day. Bourne stepping up to the guy behind the desk. The gym mostly empty.
Hey, I think I left my backpack here yesterday. Black, Nike.
The guy disappears and back to check. Bourne leans across the counter, scrolling the computer, the guest list, his fingers stabbing down on the screen. Landy, Pamela, room 413. Bourne clears the screen and walks away. Interior concentric rings, Grand Hotel day. Because of the setup, Bourne, pretending to talk on a house phone, has a view of room 413 across the way. The door opens. Pamela exits, carrying an overnight bag. Bourne watches. Interior lobby, the Grand day. The elevator doors opening. Pamela coming out into the lobby, heading toward the exit, and exterior Grand Hotel entrance early morning. A black Suburban at the curb. Cronin standing there waiting as she emerges.
Anything? No, Munich's a bust. He's loose. Are we locked up?
Cronin? Is that Abiskar? Abiskar, are you there? All right, I'll take it. I told everyone they had an hour. Eat, sleep, shave, whatever they want. But once we're back for good. As they pile in and the camera finds Bourne walking right past them, he's got the whole thing scoped, heading quickly across the street and switch to Jackson.
Exterior, Hilton Hotel, taxi stand. Early morning, Bourne jumps into the first cab in the rank. And interior, Berlin taxi 2. Early morning. The driver's starting up the car as that black SUV. 50 euros if you can keep me close. The driver smiles and interior, Berlin Airport Hotel. Early morning. Kirill walks down the same hallway. Krekov comes to meet him last time. Came to meet him last time. A guy carrying a briefcase towards him, stopping for a moment to light a smoke, letting Kirill take charge of the briefcase. Smooth, like it never happened. Exterior, Berlin, HQ, command post, day. The SUV rolling up, the cab continuing to pass and stopping at the curb. Interior, cab, day. Bourne looking back out of the rear window. His point of view. As they pile out the van, starts inside. Acknowledged by a security detail pretending to
loiter outside as we hear.
Munich to Berlin, check everything. Flights, trains, police reports. And that'll be box number 1. And Teddy, that's yours.
Abiskar, are you there?
Oh, yes, yeah, I'm here. It's my turn.
Yep.
So, interior Berlin hotel room day. Kirill opening the briefcase to automatic pistols, silencers, ammo, care package. Exterior Berlin rooftop day. A bulkhead opening. Bourne stepping out among the satellite dishes, unpacks a bag, telescope, water, food, and we hear.
And box number 2, call it prior German connections. Nikki, I want to rerun all Bourne's Treadstone material, every footstep. And Kim, box number 3, let's call it Munich outbound.
Interior Berlin headquarters, command post day. We have been hearing it. Now we're seeing it. Pamela at the chalkboard, Abbott backing her up, everyone else spread around. They're regrouping urgently. Behind them, cots are being set up, food, water stacked up.
Let's stay on the local cops. We need a vehicle, parking ticket, or something Langley's offered to upload any satellite imaging we need. Oh, so let's find a target to look for. Danny, box number 4, I need fresh eyes. Review the buy where we lost the 3 million. Timeline it with what we know about Bourne's movements. Turn it upside down and see how it looks.
Exterior telescopic view day. A decent view into the Berlin headquarters, 2 windows. One offers a look at an empty kitchenette, the other a nice shot of the bullpen area. It looks like they're for the long haul. They study patient past, a glimpse of John conferring with Abbott, now Kim talking to the phone.
Exterior Berlin rooftop day. Bourne, eyes locked on the target, scanning, waiting. And then something changes. Suddenly, there's something down there, and that's clearly a great deal more electric than what he's seen so far. Telescopic POV. Nikki. She's just come into the kitchenette, pouring herself a cup of coffee. Nikki, who he knows, and Bourne lowering the telescope. Yes, now he's getting somewhere. Thinking it through as interior kitchenette, Berlin, HQ command post day. Nikki is joined by Pamela, who goes for the coffee.
Is it fresh?
It's got caffeine in it. That's all I know.
Before Pamela can pour, her cell phone rings. She answers.
Pamela Landy.
I was at the Western this morning. I could have killed you.
Who is this?
Intercut rooftop.
It's me.
Bourne? Nikki reacts
to the name. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Vicky. My fault.
Okay. Nikki reacts to the name, runs to the other room to try and start a trace. What do you want?
I want to come in.
He wants to come in. It's like a bomb going off. Nikki back in with Conklin and Pamela waving for a pencil. Okay, how do you want to do it?
I want someone I know to take me in.
Who?
There was a girl in Paris, part of the program. She used to handle the medication.
And now we stay with Pamela. Her eyes flicker over to Nikki. What if we can't find her?
It's easy. She's standing right in front of you.
Busted. Okay, Jason, your move.
Alexander Palace, 30 minutes, under the world clock. Alone. Give me her phone. Your phone.
Click. The line goes dead. Pamela steps away from the window, realizing he's on one of the roofs out there.
Exterior Berlin rooftop day. As a bulkhead door swings in the wind, Bourne is gone. Interior bullpen, Berlin HQ command post day. Everyone gathered. A big detailed map of Alexanderplatz spread on the table.
Here's the clock. Shit, he's put her in the middle of everything.
It's a nightmare. We will never get her covered.
Call in Mayday into Berlin Station. We need snipers, DOD, whatever they got.
Snipers? Hold on. He said he wants to come in.
My ass he does. Your plan's fire, Pamela. Marshall said nail him to the wall. I don't know how you interpreted that, but I don't think he meant repatriate him. Sorry, repatriate. Okay.
Don't you want answers?
There are no answers. It's either Jason Bourne alive or Jason Bourne dead. And I, for one, would prefer the latter. And what about her? You just sent her out to this lunatic with no protection?
Pamela looks to Nikki.
What do you think? Is he coming in?
I don't know. He was sick. He wanted out. I believed him.
All right.
Jackson, that's you for Andy.
Hamlet gestures to Abbott, Cronin, and Teddy.
Make the call. Get a wire on her. If it starts to go wrong, I'll take him out.
Exterior, Berlin Station, Monopole. Day. The rear of the official Berlin CIA head HQ. And here they come. 10 detail dudes in civilized spiriting to a couple vehicles with drivers ready and engines running, and interior bullpen Berlin HQ command post. Day. Nikki hands overhead as Zorn tapes a transmitter and battery between her shoulder blades. Teddy and Cronin plot the area with two men, plain-coated detail team. Kim and Kurt on their own line. They got the number. Bourne calls come from Nevin's phone, a field agent in Ghana.
Nevins is born?
Are you an idiot? Bourne must have cloned his phone.
An embarrassing silence. Abbott, mad at himself for losing his temper, looking up to find Pamela's eyes on him.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Yeah, Biscar, your turn. And Biscar? All right, there's Biscar.
Oh, yeah. Exterior Alexandria Platz, day. In all its vastness alone, there's the world clock, Nikki waiting on the periphery, to plain clothes deltas nearby. In quick succession, Nikki, binocular POV, sniper scope POV on a video monitor, interior bullpen, command post, day. Everyone waiting, holding their breath, watching Nikki standing as exterior Alexander Platz, world clock, day. Nikki's Pamela's phone rings. She answers as a yellow tram approaches.
See that tram coming around the corner.
Yes.
Get on it.
She turns and walks as the tram arrives. The Delta dudes starts moving. Exterior Alexandria Platz, day. The yellow tram arrives. Nikki enters. One of the Delta dudes just barely joining her. The tram begins moving. Nikki looks around nervously. Nothing happens. The tram moves about 500 yards across the Platz, stops at the next stop. People get on and off. Nikki and Delta dude relax a bit. Doors begin to close. And just like that, Bourne swoops in beside Nikki and flashes her gun.
Walk.
Bourne takes her arm, and they just get off as the door is closed, leaving the Delta dude behind. They disappear down into the pedestrian subway. Interior bullpen, Berlin HQ day. A madhouse, a video feed on a monitor.
Where's Nikki?
As they realize she's gone. God damn it, I told you!
Listen.
He cranks the speaker. He cranks the speaker.
What did I say? What did I tell you in Paris?
Interior pedestrian subway day.
What were my words? Leave me alone. Leave me out of it. But you couldn't do that, could you?
I did. Jason, I swear I did. I told them I believed you.
Who's Pamela Landy?
You hear me? I believed you.
Is she running Tedstone?
Interior bullpen, Berlin headquarters. Pamela, all ears.
She's CIA, counterintelligence. She's a deputy director.
What the hell is she doing?
Interior pedestrian subway.
What she's doing?
Nikki looks at him like he's crazy.
Why is she trying to kill me?
They know. They know you were here. They know you killed those two guys. They know you and Conklin had something on the side. They don't know what it is, but they know.
As Bourne tries to process, interior bullpen, Berlin headquarters, radio chatter going wild, panic.
Where are they? Anyone?
Interior pedestrian subway day, still walking, Bourne knowing he must be driving them nuts.
How do they know that? How can they know anything of that?
What is this? A game?
I want to hear it from you.
She looks at him. Is he crazy? What?
Say it!
Last week, an agency field officer went to make a buy from a Russian national.
A Russian?
It was Pamela Landry's op. The guy was going to sell out a mole or something. I haven't been debriefed on exactly what it was.
Last week. When?
She's supposed to answer. Nikki shrugs on quickstand. And you got to him before we could.
I'll kill him. I killed him.
You left a print. There was Kel that didn't go off. There was a partial print. They trace it back to Treadstone. They know it's you.
I left a fingerprint? You fucking people.
Suddenly, Bourne's jerking her down to a lower level.
Interior. It's me, right? Interior. Bullpen. Berlin HQ. Day. Big static of the speakers. Delta CO coolly checks the map.
She must be in one of the pedestrian tunnels.
Exterior. Alexander plots. Day. As Delta Dude fans out, hear a subway entrance. Interior. Pedestrian subway. Section 2. Day. An intersection of 3 tunnels. Bourne leads Nikki far left. She looks really scared. Interior/exterior Berlin Airport Day. Gekov has landed, just coming off the flight. Interior pedestrian subway, Section 4, Day. What was Landy buying? What kind of files? What was she buying?
Conklin! Stuff on Conklin!
Suddenly, he rips the microphone out from under her shirt. He knows, of course. Drops it, and as he yanks her along.
Switching? Naviskar, your turn.
Interior bullpen, Berlin headquarters day. As the transmission goes dead, Christ. A bot drills a look at Pamela. Your fault.
That phone was a locator on it.
Kurt and Kim work their stuff. Interior parking garage day. Gloomy, deserted, a mausoleum. Here come Nikki and Bourne. Sinos is on her own now. Bourne, dead serious, looks at his watch.
Why are you here then?
Please, I'm only here because of Paris, because they can't figure out what you're doing. I'm here because of Abbott.
Abbott?
He closed down Treadstone. He took care of me after Paris.
So, when was I here?
What do you mean?
For Tedstone? In Berlin. You know, my file. I did a job here. When?
No, you never worked Berlin.
My first job.
Your first assignment was Geneva.
That's a lie.
You never worked Berlin. Aubrey?
Bourne raising the gun. Eyes gone dead. Oh shit.
No, Jason, please.
I was here.
It's not in the file. I swear. I know your file. Your first job was Geneva. I swear to God, you've never worked here.
He's so ready to kill her. Nikki's starting to cry, hands over her face, covering up, bracing for the bullet she knows is coming. Bourne, about to pull the trigger. Suddenly, flashback, a moment, a shard, a woman's face. Backing away, begging us, begging the camera, begging for her life in Russian. This awful blur of desperation and panic. Fear, too fast, too panic. Jam back to Bourne, swamped, thrown, hesitating, close on Nikki. Sobbing now? When? Finally looking out and Bourne is gone. Interior Berlin HQ, command post, night. An hour later, a whole new vibe, siege mode, curtains drawn. 3 Delta dudes parked around the room. Kurt and Kim working on the phones and screens.
Oops, sorry.
The mood is dark. Pamela Abbott, a little too far. Cronin, all in here. The safe zone, away from the windows.
Got it, yeah. Hang on. Okay, they've got 3 guns out front and another 2 talking the backstairs. No word on Nikki.
Even if she's still there, she still got your phone. It might take a while. Signal's hard to trace down there.
I think that's so you, Vicky.
Oh, Pamela turns, looking at the photo of Bourne in Naples, introspective. So what's he doing? You believe him?
Sorry, I realized I was muted. It's hard to swallow. The confusion, the amnesia, but he keeps on killing? It's more calculated than sick. What about Nikki? She's the last one to see Bourne in Paris. She's the one he asks for. They disappear.
Well, whatever he's doing, I've had enough. I mean, this is now a search and destroy mission. I want the Berlin police fully briefed and get this out to all the agencies.
Yeah.
Abbott agrees. Exterior Berlin street night. A BMW parked in the shadows.
Interior BMW night. Kirill wearing headphones, listening to a Berlin police frequency. There's an Interpol wanted picture of Jason Bourne there on the seat. He's in play. Interior Berlin HQ command post night. Quiet, intense activity. Military radios chirping here and there. The camera finds Zorn moving through the bullpen, carrying a cup of coffee, heading back toward Pamela's office, where Abbott is leaning in the doorway. Past him, we can see Pamela in the midst of a tough phone conversation. Cronin and the Delta boss sitting there with her.
Sir.
Thanks.
Abbott nods, takes a sip, looking beat.
I have that number you wanted.
Abbott hesitates, but only for a moment. He never asked for a number. But he's playing along. Looks satisfied as Zorn hands him a slip of paper.
She says, what time should I call?
The sooner the better.
Abbott nods, pockets of paper, turning back as if it were nothing. An interior Berlin cyber cafe night. Massive, modern, busy. Bourne in the back, in a corner. Jackson.
Doing a search hotel breaker 1997 to 1999. Scrolling. And then stopping. Freezing. Because on the monitor, a Berlin newspaper archive. There it is, written large in loud. Tabod, German. Oil reformery murdered. Reformer. There's a photograph of a Berlin police carrying 2 dead body bags out of the hotel breaker. There's a captain identifying the dead bodies as Vladimir and Sonia Niski. There's even a long article accompanying whatever all this, but is in German, and we don't need to read it anyways, because Bjorn is reading it, and we're reading it. We're reading in his face that he is rocked, that he has found another bottom to the abyss. Interior / exterior glass office building night. Remember the building where Vic was killed? We're back. Zorn and Abbott making their ways in. Zorn steering them away towards the stairwell at the back. Interior glass office building, electrical closet. Night. Zorn and Abbott has snuck in here. Work light. Sign of repair on the wall.
I did my box work, but I wanted to show you before I showed Landy. I came out here last night because none of this was making any sense. I mean, I'm with you on this. Conklin was a nut, but a traitor? I just can't get there.
What do you have, Danny?
Well, you put a 4 gam cal on here, and it's going to take out power to the building. You know that. What you can't know is if it's going to blow the room with it.
And
There were 2 charges. They were supposed to go off simultaneously. The second one, the one that didn't go off, was down here. And first of all, this is nothing. It's a subline for the breaker above. And second, why put the charge all the way down here? If you're good enough to get in here and handle the gear, you're good enough to know you don't need this. Bourne would know.
it was staged?
Is it a slam dunk? No, but
Jesus.
okay. What if someone decided to cover their tracks by blaming Conklin and Bourne? And what if Bourne didn't have anything to do with this?
Keep going.
Well, something's been going on here in Europe, and it's still going on post Conklin. Who's been in Berlin,
Lots of people.
including Landy. She had access to the archives.
Oh, that's my line.
Zorn,
No one hesitates, but it's out. It's in the room.
Who else knows about this?
Nobody. Well, you. I had to tell you, right?
Show me again.
Okay.
Abbott, out of nowhere, his hand jamming into Zorn's ribcage. More than his hand, because Zorn's eyes barely have a moment to register shock before they bulge. Clenching the younger man's body, pulling him close as he turns the knife hand. Zorn is dead. Abbott, without hesitation, shifting away from the blood, letting the body fall. Abbott standing there listening, checking himself for blood. He's clean, looking for a place to stash the body as. Exterior Hotel Brecker, night. Bourne across the street, staring at the hotel, haunted as the police siren edges closer to the empty streets. Flashback. We are a POV, a stakeout, watching the hotel across the way. The POV checks its watch, checks the perimeter, the street deserted for boating. The hotel, our destiny waiting up there somehow. And suddenly a light comes on, a terrible signal. And as the car suddenly lurches forward and around the corner.
And back to Bourne, muscling up his backpack, heading towards the hotel. Interior hotel, Brecker lobby, night. And hotel. Fusty but comfortable and busy. Guests and staff doing their thing. A clerk behind the reception desk. Guten Abend.
Guten Abend.
Can I help you? Suddenly, flashback. The lobby, but 7 years ago. Across the room, a man buttoning a raincoat as he passes. Nesky. Jamming back to Bourne, stalled, coming back as, Sir, do you have a reservation?
No, sorry. I just got in. Is room 645 available? I'll stay there before. My wife and I.
The clerk nods, checking the register. The concierge just down the desk, glancing over at Bourne, nodding hello, and I'm sorry, that room is occupied. Would room 644 be okay? It's just across the hall.
Sure, that's fine, Danica. Danka.
Interior, Hotel Brecker elevator night. Bourne riding up alone. Dread mounting. An interior Hotel Brecker lobby night. The concierge coming out of the office with a sheet of fax paper, placing it quietly down beside the clerk, and the camera finds the fax. Bourne's face, the same wanted picture. An interior sixth floor hallway, Hotel Brecker night. Bourne off the elevator. He makes his way down. His POV, the sixth floor hallway. Suddenly scary. Interior BMW night. Kirill sitting up as the police radio starts broadcasting an all points bulletin, the words Hotel Brecker in there. Kirill dropping the car into gear. An interior sixth floor hallway, Hotel Brecker night. Bourne walking. There's his room, number 618, but across the hall and one down, room 645. Bourne steps up, listening a moment. Then he knocks. Nothing. He pulls a knife from his pocket.
Checks the hallway. He's clear. Wedges the blade in there. And 1, 2, hop. Interior, room 645. Hotel Brecker, night. Bjorn enters the suite, closing the door behind him. The Tedstone born 7 years ago does the same. Bourne shakes off the flash, looks around. The lights are on. An open suitcase on the bed. Interior, Hotel Brecker lobby, night. The clerk, the concierge, and the manager are huddled in conversation with 3 Berlin cops who just arrived and trying to be discreet, but this is clearly serious. Interior, room 645, Hotel Brecker night. Bjorn just standing there, breathing it in. Tedstone Bourne doing the same. Interior, room 645, Hotel Brecker night. Bjorn with his hand on the wall, as if he can feel it, like it all still there. Heart pounding and interior, Berlin, HQ/cockpit, command post, night. Chaos. Bjorn being found. Everybody rushing in. Out.
Go. Take the van.
The hotel. How far? 6 minutes.
Bert, you're here. Keep the comm line up.
Interior room, number 645, night. Bourne standing there, looking out the window. The images, the television tower over the city. Everything but the rain. Exterior hotel Brecker, courtyard, night. The Berlin police SWAT team truck arrives, discreetly, by the backloading area. Interior room, 645, bedroom, night. Bourne, flat against the wall, just as he was, leaning forward to see the mirror, just so, and there. Interior room, 645, flashback, night. A man in the mirror, pacing into view. Nevsky, on the phone, talking in Russian. It's raining. Bourne standing there, Treadstone Bourne, still wet from the rain, one eye in the mirror and the other on a syringe that he prepped. A predator. The mirror. The doorbell rings. Nevsky gets off the phone. Bourne, tensing. New element. Factoring and the mirror as Nevsky opens the door. A new flood of Russian. Happy. It's Mrs. Nevsky. A surprise, but he's very happy to see her. Bourne, pocketing the syringe. New weapon. Pistol. Quiet, methodical. Watching the lovers Bill and Koo and...
The mirror. Mr. Nevsky kisses her, takes her bag. She's hanging up her coat and moving now towards the bathroom, and Bourne checking the window, the weapon, his balance, and the mirror. Mrs. Nevsky's face right there, seeing him. So freaked she can't even register it yet. Bourne with the pistol in her face, finger to his lips. Shh. But she knows, backing away, begging for her life in Russian. This awful blur of desperation and fear. Mr. Nevsky turning back to see his wife backing out of the bathroom, and Bourne with the pistol. With no hesitation, snap, one shot into Nevsky's heart. He's down. Mrs. Nevsky, what's just happened? Bourne has her wrist in his hand, raising it to her head, to where he holds the pistol, her fingers, his trigger, snap, letting the gun fall with her as she drops, and Bourne starts to move, starts to prep his evac, but there's something on the dresser, a photograph, the Nevsky family, father, mother, and a 12-year-old girl, arms around each other, happy, and Bourne staring at the picture, undone for a moment. Hard out, flashback to interior room, number 645, night. Bourne, our Bourne, standing where they fell, frozen there, paralyzed by the shame of original sin.
Interior hotel Brecker lobby, night. A SWAT captain conferring discreetly with the manager.
He's in 618.
Call all the guests to the 6th floor. Tell them to remain in their rooms. Tell them there's a police order. Then start on the 5th and 8th floors.
Interior room 645, night. Bourne, trying to stabilize, to breathe. Interior the stairwell, the SWAT team are on their way up. Inside room 645, ring, ring. Bourne snaps back as the phone in his room starts to ring. 4 times, and it stops. Bourne freezes. Footsteps. Shadows under the door. He leans into the peephole. Bourne's POV. Room 644, German SWAT team taking position. Interior room 645, night. Bourne backs away, surveys the room, his watch, his balance, and outside the street, outside the Hotel Brecker, night, quickly turning into a major event. Half a dozen police vehicles already parked there, more arriving each minute. Passerbys mixing with the cops and people from the hotel who've just come out, and the camera finds
Kirill jogging over from the BMW. He's just parked. And interior room 644, Hotel Breaker, night. Wham! The door knocked off its hinges. SWAT teams flooding into Bjorn empty hotel room. And interior room 645, Hotel Breaker, night. Bjorn in motion out of the bathroom window, and interior Hotel Breaker 6th floor hallway, night. Berlin SWAT leader gives orders to search other rooms. End. Exterior. Hotel breaker. Faked. Night. Born up the water pipe to the roof. As he arrives, a SWAT member turns. Bjorn pulls him off the edge, fires point blank into the second SWAT member's vest, stunning him. He moves fast, scrambling along the roof and into the night. Interior, 6th floor hallway room, 6:45. Night. Wham! The door caves in, and the SWAT team enters number 645. Rushing to the window. Nobody. No sign of him. End. Exterior. Street. Outside the hotel breaker. Night. Krill heading for the hotel's entrance, blocked by the exiting guests. Interior. Hotel breakers, 6th floor hallway. Night. The too many cops and radios.
Aubrey, you have a line there.
SWAT
Listen
team
up. Yeah. Listen up. We're clearing the building, room by room.
Exterior street outside the hotel breaker. Night. Pamela jumping out of a van the moment it stops, seeing it all, the crowd, the army of cops, the searchlights playing across the hotel facade. It's another disaster. Interior hotel breaker lobby. Night. Kirill wants to get upstairs. He can't. Too many coming down the stairwell. Berlin cops try and keep it moving, and interior hotel breakers lobby. Night. Kirill hears Bourne is on the roof. Interior lobby, the hotel breaker. Night. Pamela and Tronin listening to Teddy, who just got the police update.
Black coat, possibly leather, dark slacks, dark t-shirt. Oh, he says they're going to try and corral the guests on the street over there and then check them out. But yeah, that'll work. What the hell was he doing here?
Maybe he just needed a place to spend the night.
I want to look at the room. Check it out.
Pamela's in charge now. They enter the elevator. Exterior street behind the hotel breaker. Night. Bourne coming around this other side of the hotel, stepping to the left before he spots the SWAT van. Bourne, about faces, heads the other way. A sidewalk cop looks over, checks the Bourne photo printout in his hand. Exterior street outside the hotel breaker. Night. Teddy huddled with the hotel manager and a group of high-ranking Berlin cops turning back as
They missed him?
So far, but they found Nikki and she's back at the Westin. Bourne let her go.
He let her go? Great. Where's Danny? He should over there and debrief her. What's here? What's he doing?
We don't know. They're in a room upstairs. I was told to wait down here.
Abbott accepting that because he has to. Only we see the fear. Turns to leave.
Okay. You see Danny, tell him I want back to the hotel. Abbott steps out into the street as exterior street near the hotel breaker. Night. Bourne striding away and following. Sidewalk cop blowing whistle, fumbling for his holster. Bourne running now, slowly at first hand. Exterior, side street near the hotel. Night. Now, faster, as if he can gauge his speed and distance. Exterior, side street near the hotel. Night. Motion. Bourne tearing away and exterior, bigger Berlin street. Night. Bourne slows to a walk. 2 patrol cars heading his way. No choice. There, narrow passageway between 2 moving trolley trains and sprinting through. Patrol cars skidding into 180s. Exterior, Berlin Bridge, night. The river spree lit by the trolley that's rambling past, and the running lights of a double coal barge up the river. Bourne runs across the bridge, going as fast as he can, hearing the police siren swirling behind him when a third and fourth police car ahead. Bourne turns hard for the stairwell, jumping the walkway curb, leaps up the stairs two at a time as all four cop cars skid to a stop as doors open.
Exterior tram platform, Berlin Bridge, night. A tram waiting as the last few passengers get out. The doors seem to stay open in slow motion as Bourne appears, makes a mad last dash, and he's on, and the doors don't close. It's not scheduled to go yet. And here comes the cops. Bourne off the tram, guns appear. Bourne runs to his left, stops short. The other cops are coming this way, screaming at him. Not a lot of options. Bourne looks over the rail. Down below, a coal barge passing. The prow just emerging. Bourne on the rail and jumping even as the first shot is fired. Exterior, double coal barge, night. Bourne lands hard, stands, voltage going up one leg, and they're shooting at him. He can worry about the leg later. He runs back towards them. The barge moving slow. Bourne disappears under the bridge. Exterior, Berlin Bridge, night. Guns aimed, police waiting for a clear shot. Two of them dash to watch over the other side.
Exterior, under the bridge, night. Countering, the barge going one way, Bourne the other, dodging all the superstructure on deck, all the while keeping his cover overhead, and leaping to the second barge, and more of the same until Bourne, running at a barge, leaping back onto the bridge footing. An exterior Berlin Bridge, night. The police watching the barge fully emerge, continuing downriver, shouting in German that he's either in the water or hiding on the barge. Off they go down the stairs, leaving the passengers in the tram blinking out in shock, and Bourne climbing back over the rail, limping back on the tram just before the doors close, and off it goes. Exterior, next bridge down, night. Police converge from both ends. Barge goes under as Kirill arrives at the center of the bridge. Missed again. Behind Kirill, a train snakes off into the night. Interior, room 645, Hotel Brecker, night. Pamela and Cronin move into the living room. A couple of cops in the hallway outside.
The room he checked into was across the hall. Why would he come here?
Pamela glances around. Something bothering her about this space.
He must have had a reason. That's how they were trained.
Crone moves around the bedroom, then into the bedroom, and
He went out the window in here?
interior, room 645, bathroom, night. The mirror, there on the mirror, screwed in soap on the glass. I killed Nesky.
Pam, you need to see this.
Pam moves in behind him,
Who's Nesky?
both of them staring.
All right. Take it down.
What?
This stays between you and I. We finally have an edge. I don't want to lose it.
Exterior, Cathedral Plaza, night. Why late? Very late. Abbott waits on a isolated bridge, and lone figure in the shadows of East Berlin. Cove arrives by car, walks through the darkness. Abbott barely glances over.
You told me Bourne was dead.
That was a mistake.
I'll say. You killed his goddamn girlfriend instead. Now they're on to Nesky. They're at the Brecker Hotel even as we speak.
Will it track back to us?
No. The file's as follows. Whatever they find, it's just going to make Conklin look worse.
And the Landy woman?
She's done everything I wanted. She bit on Conklin so fast it was laughable. She even found his bogus Swiss account.
Anything else?
Abbott stuffs a piece of paper and addresses into Gretkov's hand.
There's a body in the basement. Danny Zorn. He's got to disappear. For good. Clean and fast. I put him in bed with Conklin and Bourne. Even the girl, Nikki. Give me 24 hours. I'll think it up. But get that goddamn body out of there.
It's getting late. A taxi now and then.
Nesky was a roadblock. Without me, there's no company, no fortune. You owe me, Yuri. One last push.
One last push. One.
Gretkop leaves. Abbott watches him go. Exterior Mercedes night. Seconds later, Gretkov gets getting in slowly. Interior Mercedes night. Kirill slouched in back, waiting. Gretkov to the driver.
Airport. We're done here.
Kirill nods. As they pull away, Abbott turns and walks into the foggy night. Exterior, Berlin Street night. Late. Abbott walks, a lonely figure, past someone in the shadows.
Mr. Abbott?
He turns to answer when Bourne firmly guides him into the side street. Bourne Abbott scene. Interior, lobby, Hotel Brecker, night. As Pamela and Cronin exit the elevator, they are met by Teddy.
Here's what I've got. Remember Vladimir Nevsky, Russian politician? 7 years ago, he was due to speak to a group of European oil ministers here at the hotel. He never did. He was murdered. By who? His wife, in room 645. Then she shot herself. All right. I want you, Kurt, and Kim to stay on Bourne. Track everything that's out there. Teddy goes to get in the van. Pamela follows with Cronin. And I want you to go through and cross-reference our buy that went bad. The Neskys and Treadstone. As they get in, they have to be related. Exterior, Berlin train station night. Bourne's arrived, limping. As he continues for the station, interior, Berlin train station locker area, night. Bourne retrieving the exfil bag he stashed in the locker. Changed his clothes. Interior, Berlin train station men's room, night. Bag slung, limping out. Bourne has changed clothes, a big overcoat, knit cap. Interior, Berlin train station platform, night. A busy midnight departure, big train. Bourne climbing on the train under the sign, Moscow Express.
Interior, New Berlin HQ command post, night. A blueprint spread across the table. Nikki, Kurt, and Kim all gathered around. Cronin works the Treadstone files on another table. Teddy at the center, briefing Pamela.
We're looking at all Berlin outbound. Good news is every train station in Berlin has 30 to 40 fixed digital security cameras. Common feed. Are we hacking or asking? Yes, in that order. And what about you? Anything?
It's starting to link up the hijack money, the league, Pecos oil. One last bit is Treadstone.
Exterior, Moscow train night. Crossing the border into Poland. Cold, desolate, snow. Interior, Moscow train passenger car at night. Conductors moving quietly through the dark cars, checking tickets and visas. And Bourne hands over his ticket and Russian passport off the grid. Interior, New Berlin HQ command post night. 4 a.m. Kurt, Kim, and Teddy spread around the room. They've been running laptop train station videos for hours, just ready to raise the white flag. Jackson, your turn.
All they have so far is an isolated loop of Bourne limping into a men's room. Crone watches its stutter along.
Does it look like he's faking?
On the way in? Well, forget it.
The leg definitely hurts.
Well, there's no window in the men's room, folks, so let's find somebody coming out with a bad left leg.
Maybe he's still in there.
I've got a limping guy, but it's the right leg.
Walking around, walking away and walking towards you? Crone jumps on that. Right there over Teddy's shoulder.
That's him. It's the boat. What train is that?
Interior Moscow train / passenger cart. Dawn. Born. Asleep in his chair. Rocked by the rhythm. But something wakes him up. Looks out the window. Something weird about the light out there. Then up to see. Marie. Looking at him over the back of his chair in front of him. No big deal. Hey? She smiles. A beat. She comes around, sits beside him. He looks away out at the window. I wanted to kill me.
Marie?
But you found another choice.
I did.
It wouldn't have changed the way you feel.
I might have.
Bourne looks back at her. She smiles. He accepts it, leans back, closes his eyes.
I know it's a dream.
You do.
I only dream about people who are dead.
Maddie leans over, kisses his forehead, and whispers,
God, I miss you. I don't know what to do without you.
Jason, you know exactly what to do. This is your mission now.
Bourne opens his eyes, and it's morning outside, and Maddie is gone. A little girl smiles at him from over the back of the chair in front. Bourne can't meet her gaze for long as he looks back out the window.
Interior, Moscow, train, passenger car, dawn. Bourne, watching the birch trees rush past, not quite hiding the smoke stacks beyond, eyes locked, forging something within. One final mission as we. Interior Berlin, Westin hotel lobby, early morning. Abbott coming through. It's empty this early, but here's Pamela, Nikki, Cronin, and the team waiting to report.
Sorry to wake you.
I wasn't sleeping. You okay?
Yeah, thanks.
What's up?
Bunch of stuff.
Pamela looks to Cronin, him first.
We tied the room Bourne visited tonight to a suicide, 7 years ago. The Russian couple, the Neskis.
Nesky, the reformer. I remember that.
He championed the equal distribution of oil leases in the Caspian Sea. When he died, they were all released to one petroleum company, Pescosol. Guess what? The CEO, Uri Gretkov, is ex-KGB.
Someone was using Treadstone as a private cleaning service.
Conklin. I'm sorry, Pamela. I guess you were right all along.
Pamela waves him off. It's okay, but there's something else. Abbott can see by their faces. This hits closer to home.
What?
They found Danny Zorn's body, dead in the basement at the building where my people got hit the first time.
Oh, God. Must have been Bourne.
Did he say anything to you?
No, it must have been Bourne.
Pamela, straight. We'll know for sure when we get the security tapes.
Abiscar. Are you there?
But we can relax. We tracked him. He's on a train to Moscow.
Abbott reeling, hiding it.
Moscow? What the hell's he going to Moscow for?
Don't know.
Jesus. Soren, I have to call his family, tell them.
I'm sorry, Ward.
They watch as he goes. Interior Weston elevator dawn. Abbott in the rising elevator. Interior Gretkov's office morning. Palatial, but you can't buy taste. Gretkov, working his computer, answers his phone.
Nah,
You didn't stay, Yuri.
this is not a clean phone.
Interior Weston Grand Hotel lobby dawn. Everyone's still here. Cronin, answering his cell phone, motioned to them. He's got news.
You sir?
What? The tapes?
Hold on. Yep. And Abbott just direct dialed Moscow from his room.
Now we realize she set a trap, and Abbott's walked in. All the same, Pamela shakes her head, wishes it wasn't true, and they're moving. Interior Abbott Western Hotel room. Dawn. Abbott at his desk, still on the phone, pouring a vodka.
Leaving was a business decision. We're both rich. Come, enjoy it.
What do you mean?
Go to the airport. Get a plane. I'll have a brass band waiting for you.
Save it for Bourne.
What?
There's a knocking at his door. Abbott simply ignores it.
He left yesterday on the night train. He's probably just getting in now. You'll have to hurry.
Bourne comes here? Why?
Good luck.
More
Sorry.
talking. Exit Moscow train dawn. Speeding east through the Russian countryside. The forest is gone, replacing by factories and refineries. A wasteland of rust and gray that seems to go on forever.
Abiscar.
Okay, yeah, that's my turn.
Yep. Here we are.
Interior western hallway outside Abbott's room. Night. Pamela knocking again. Nikki, Teddy, and Cronin behind her. Open it. Cronin with a passkey. Teddy prepped and interior. Abbott's western hall hotel room. Night. Pamela leading. They enter. Stop short. Abbott at his desk, calmly pointing a pistol at Pamela. Abbott.
You go. Sorry. They go. You stay.
Still looks back. Cronin shakes his head no.
Yes, now.
They reluctantly obey. The door clicking shut behind them.
Sit down.
I'd rather stand if it's all right, all the same to you.
I don't know exactly what to say. I'm sorry.
Why? Would be enough for me.
I'm not a traitor. I've served my country.
And pocketed a fair amount of change while doing it.
Why not? It was just money.
And Danny Zorn, what was that?
Had to be done.
No good options left?
And honestly, it's hubris. Simple hubris. You reach a point in this game when the only satisfaction left is to see how clever you are.
No, you lost your way.
Well, you're probably right. I guess that's all that hubris is. He raises the gun. Pamela presses her lips together, closes her eyes. Boom! She opens it. And as Cronin flies back through the door, there's Abbott, dead at the desk. He shot himself. Also, in a way, with some help from Bourne. Interior platform, Moscow train station, day. The train easing to a stop, the platform busy with people waiting and passengers disembarking. Bourne among them, unremarkable in the crowd, and interior Moscow train station, day. Bourne on the move. Welcome to the whole mad Moscow scene, a jumble of faces and voices, travelers, arrivals and departures, families, beggars, drunk war vets, hawkers.
Exterior Moscow train station cab stand day. There, in the plaza, Bourne hobbling across the street when suddenly a car horn. He turns and, look out, a big black BMW speeding past, followed by two more. All three cars with blue lights strobing on the dashboards. A convoy whipping by like they own the place, and
gangster bosses don't care what they do.
Bourne turns. A grizzled taxi driver right beside him. And Bourne pulls a slip of paper from his pocket.
You know this address?
The taxi driver squints, finally grunts affirmative. He motions to his cab as they get in and pull away. Interior Moscow garage day. Lots of cars, no people, but someone running. It's Kirill pulling his keys as he sprints past, and interior Moscow taxi day. Bourne and the taxi driver looking over at three Moscow police cars speed by, sirens wailing.
It's always something, right?
Bourne just nods as we
Cut to the interior exterior of a black BMW day. Kirill at the wheel. A guy in a hurry who knows what he's doing. One more thing, on the passenger seat, two big automatic pistols. Exterior Moscow train station day. The Moscow cops fanning through the crowd, showing Bourne's Interpol picture. Have you seen him? Exterior Moscow train station cab stand day. Moscow cops with the picture, flashing it around until Scar, I think that's you.
The moment he sees it, he was just there. They just left.
Interior Moscow taxi day. They've stopped. Bourne flashes a $50 bill.
You wait. You stay. You understand. Stay.
Sure, no problem, I said.
Exterior Old Moscow Street day. Old Moscow, but not for long. There's new construction metastasizing all around it. Bourne crosses the street in his POV, an abandoned wooden house. Windows shattered and boarded up, paint all but gone. Roof and gables all failing. Back to Bourne, crestfallen. Checking the address. This is it.
Exterior Moscow train station cab stand. Day. More cops. Everything forced on another taxi driver who's making a call on a cell phone. Everybody's waiting on it. Exterior. Abandoned wooden house. Day. Bourne off the sidewalk now, peers around the side, trying to see if there's anything around back. And over there, an old woman on the steps next door, watching him. Bourne starts over, finding the sweetest smile he got. Interior, Moscow taxi. Day. The taxi driver still parked there. His POV, Bourne, and the old lady. She's pointing like she's giving directions. When suddenly the driver's cell phone rings.
Hello.
Exterior abandoned wooden house. Day. Born and the old lady, his Russian is limited, but she charms no less. A pen to write 1 minute. Interior Moscow. Taxi. Day. The driver on the phone. Not so happy anymore.
I'm looking at him. American. He is right here.
Huh?
Oh, exterior abandoned wooden house. Day. The old lady is scribbling on a piece of paper. Bourne reacting as the taxi drops into gear, pulls away.
Wait. Hey!
But the taxi only speeds off and exterior Moscow train station. Day. Moscow police cars steering away. And interior black BMW. Day. Kirill driving, reaching for his ringing phone, and exterior Moscow street. Day. Black BMW. A moment later, slamming on the brakes, fishtailing a U-turn, and exterior Moscow building project. Day. Bourne, hustling past all the new construction, glancing back as police sirens start rising behind him, and interior red Lexus. Day. Kirill skidding around another corner, and exterior abandoned wooden house. Day. Two police cars just stopped there, cops, the old lady, pointing everyone, turning as the red Lexus speeds past them, and I think that's Aubrey.
Yep. Exterior, concrete stairs, day. Bourne, coming down as fast as he can. Just ahead, there's a footpath beneath a 4-lane overpass. A neighborhood on the other side. He could disappear there. Interior, red Lexus, day. Krill, driving and scanning, there, as he passes it, the overpass. Slamming on the brakes and exterior footpath, day. Bourne, hobbling out in the open, 20 yards to go. Exterior, overpass, day. Kirill, jumping out of the Lexus with a pistol in hand and exterior footpath, day. Bourne, no clue. Bang! His shoulder. He's hit! He throws himself forward and exterior overpass, day. Kirill, shifting for a better second shot and exterior footpath, day. Bourne, he's diving, rolling, pure instinct back under the embankment and exterior overpass, day. Kirill, with no shot, suddenly leaning over the rail, just as the two Moscow police cars come screaming up. The Moscow cops jumping out with guns drawn and exterior footpath, day. Bourne, he's up, he's bleeding, he's moving and
Exterior overpass. Day. Chaos. Kirill with his hands in the air. Moscow cops coming towards him. Everyone screaming.
up, hands up, oh, see, sorry,
Yeah.
keep them up, drop the gun, drop it.
And this is Krill here.
Got it.
Lockmore. Let's have his scarce lines.
Oh,
Is that my line?
Yep.
I am KGB assholes who are chasing the same guy. He's getting away.
They let Kirill go. He looks back at the footpath. Bourne is gone as exterior Moscow city street. Gretkov strolls along. Suddenly, two black sedans pull up and he is arrested. Interior pedestrian tunnel. Bourne hurriedly makes his way to the other end. A few beats later, Kirill is on the hunt. Exterior Moscow outdoor market. A labyrinth of stalls, food, hardware, clothes, and crowded. Even this hard to impress crowd noticing Bourne hobbling through, nothing like a limping madman with a fresh gunshot wound to get attention, and people back off, pull their kids out of the way. Some woman starts screaming, and interior Moscow enclosed market, a security guard hears a commotion, jogs out, and exterior nearby Moscow street. Kirill running towards the market. 5 Moscow cops behind him can't keep up and
Interior Moscow outdoor market, day. The security guard coming up fast behind Bourne.
hey, you, stop!
Bourne turns. The security guard right behind him, and Bourne, no warning, his good arm, smash, right into the security guard's face. And Bourne takes his pistol, and the crowd, they jump. Holy shit. Interior Moscow enclosed market day. Crazy. Kirill sprinting through. Where did Bourne go? Interior Moscow outdoor market day. Bourne back on the march, except now he's shopping, grabbing a bundle of tube socks, and interior Moscow outdoor market day. Kirill sprinting out toward the stalls, and in the market, Bourne there, a roll of duct tape and a bottle of vodka, and Kirill fighting his way through the fleeing crowd. Jackson.
Exterior Moscow outdoor market day. Bourne leaving the market, taking a swig of vodka, and continues. Now there are 2 new cops on his ass. Exterior market parking lot day. Another cab stands. Cabbie by a yellow cab. Looks up to see Bourne coming towards him, and also the 2 cops. As Bourne's near, the cabbie shakes his head. Bourne pivots casually, like he doesn't know they're coming, until he spits vodka into one of the cops' face, blinded, as Bourne takes him and his partner out. The cabbie raises his hand in surrender, steps aside, and as Bourne takes his car. Interior/exterior cab. Day. Bourne in the yellow cab, starting the engine, peeling away, carrying into the street, and Kirill sprinting into the parking lot, just in time to see. Interior cab day. Bourne concentrating away the pain, trying to drive. Exterior market parking lot day. 2 ladies ducked behind a black G-Wagon, freaked out as Kirill grabs their keys, and interior/exterior Moscow street cars faces day. The cab speeding across the boulevard into the older neighborhood of rising narrow streets, and 2 Moscow police cars pulling U-turns on the boulevard, whipping around to give the chase, and
The G-Wagon in full pursuit now, and Bourne driving up this curving little hill, and the 2 Moscow police cars starting to climb, and Kirill driving, and he's on the hill now. Bourne, bad hand on the wheel, holding on, trying to find something in passenger seat, tube socks. The 2 Moscow police cars splitting up, one on Bourne's ass, the other cutting hard into a side street flanking him, and Bourne topping the hill, 2 choices, right or left. Right, no, wrong. Because down the hill, there's the police car just about to angle in from the side street. And Bourne, no choice. Lowering it, the cab, it's a wheel, slam, lifting the front end of the police car. And the police car spun back, crashing against a building on the corner, and Kirill, right behind that guy, swerving onto the sidewalk, sparks from the wall as he scrapes, hanging in, skidding into a turn down the hill, and just missing the first police car bombing right past him. Bourne in pain as he packs his shoulder wound with the socks ahead, the street banks downhill to left, and there a boulevard, wide right, lots of traffic, and the cab rocketing into the floor. And behind him, police car one with the G-Wagon right on his ass. And Bourne, wrist flicking the wheel, the cab screaming through the slower traffic, and Kirill totally on it, Pedal down, passenger window open, wind blowing. He's got a pistol in his hand, closing the gap, and the black G-Wagon blowing past police car one. And
Bourne, staring barely, as he tears a few strips of duct tape to finish his triage. Blam! Blam! The G-Wagon, right beside him. Bourne, reacting. What the fuck? That's not a cop! But no time to clock Kirill, because Kirill, shit, can't keep shooting. Into the oncoming lane, swinging wide, a truck, swerving again, and the cab, wavering again, rallying, and up ahead the boulevard opens into the river beltway. Big, wide, fast Kremlin in the BG, and 4 new police cars screaming down from the red square, and Bourne skidding onto the beltway, looking for room, finding it, open road. Kirill back in the hunt, and the river beltway, cab screaming past, then 1, 2, 3, 4 police cars, and now the black G-Wagon, and Bourne, both hands on the wheel. He's already forgotten about his shoulder. The beltway up ahead, another choice. Right takes you up to the city. Left is the transit tunnel, and Bourne checking his rear, starting right, and the 2 lead police cars right on his ass, and Bourne, fake out, veering left last second onto the tunnel, and the 2 lead police cars, wrong and worse, trying to change, crash, spinning. Not just them, the 3rd police car caught in the clutter, not to mention the commuter. Not to mention the commuter's crash. The police are out of the race. Kirill, not fooled, threading the needle through the carnage and onto.
Interior, the tunnel, day. 4 lanes, 2-way and long. There's the cab, squibbing past slower cars, and Kirill on him. Move, follow the leader, and Bourne checks the rear view. He's lost them all but the G-Wagon. Who the hell is that? The heavyweights, world championship belt up for grabs. Kirill gaining, nearly pulling level. Bourne, nowhere to go. That's never stopped him before. He carves a path, turns it into 2 lanes, into 3, as sparks his way through a lane split. The G-Wagon roaring after him. Bourne checks the mirror, closer. Who the hell is that guy? Kirill gaining, firing through his passenger window. Bourne brakes. Tunnel as the 2 vehicles scrape along each other. Bourne, Kirill firing back, odd angle. Bourne ducking for meager cover as bullets stitch through the roof. Tunnel. The G-Wagon crushes the cab against the wall, sparks showering the windshield. Finally, the cab shoots ahead. Kirill in a controlled fury. The SUV jerking hard and right into the rear of the cab. Bourne trying to keep control, spots a maintenance truck up ahead. Kirill banging away as his quarry straightens, maintenance truck looming.
Bourne, a hard left. Tunnel. The cab wrapping around the front of the SUV, wham, pushing it to the right. The cab continues, spinning around the G-Wagon. Details. Front bumpers locking on rear fenders. As the G-Wagon hurtling forward, the cab ass end first, locked together. Kirill firing into the cab, really unloading now. Bourne, down on the floor, a tornado overhead. Kirill slaps in a new clip, intense. Bourne, gun against his door, just below the window knob. Whoop, whoop, whoop. SUV tire shredding. Kirill fights the wheel. Another truck, looming large. Bourne, looking between the seats out the rear window, a lane dividing pillar ahead. The cab, as Bourne sits up, jerks the wheel to the right. The tunnel, the cars unlock, spinning away from each other. Kirill, focused, taking deadly aim. Bourne, staring back at him, calm. I know something you don't know. Kirill frowns. The truck swerves to reveal the pillar to Kirill's POV. Kirill's eyes go wide and well up. Steel versus concrete. Concrete victorious. A bone compressing, truly horrendous impact. Bourne whipping the wheel. The cab spinning to a stop out of harm's way. Door opening.
Interior tunnel day. Gun ready. Bourne over. Head over. Ahead. Spam in the can. Bourne crouches down. Looks in. Karev. Bloody. Beat to crap. Barely alive, but trapped. Entombed. Alive. By metal crushed around him. Bourne watches. Not here to help. Krill looks over, calm and moment as the two men consider each other. Bourne looks at him long and hard. Krill dies. And Bourne stands and just walks away. Exterior, Moscow Airport, tarmac, day. Snow swirls. Pam disembarks from the G5. She is met by Russian officials. Exit Moscow housing project, Twilight. Huge, awful Soviet era housing, towers falling in the horizon. A city bus grids to the stop. People trundle off. Working people at the end of their day, tired, cold. The camera follows a girl touching, treading a man-made wasteland. 20, a proud little waif. Sad-eyed, home from some job. Irene. Exterior/interior project building. Entrance. Evening. Glimmers up close. Rustic steel mesh over the windows. Drunk teenagers. A haze of cigarette smoke. Irene pushing through. Doesn't want to talk to anyone.
Avaskar, your turn.
Interior project building stairwell, flickering light here.
Sorry,
Yeah.
went too far. Try that. Ah!
Arena climbing, a junkie here, flickering right there. Interior 6th floor hallway, evening. Irena, her key at the door, domestic disturbance, playing across the hall. She opens up and interior Irena's apartment, evening. It's dark and she's barely through the door when Irena jumps, chokes back a cry. Bourne is standing there, propped there actually behind her, gun in hand, motioning for her to be quiet. Bourne.
Quiet. Silence. Okay?
Irena nods, scared, gun in hand. Bourne pushes the door the last few inches so it's fully closed.
I have no money, no drugs. Is that what you want?
And now she can really see him. He's a disaster, shivering, bloody, eyes more hollow than hers are. Said, can you? It's not that.
Oh, the chair. Have the chair.
I speak English.
Bourne staring at her, nods, gestures for her to sit.
Please.
So she does, and here they are.
Of all the people in the world, you're the only one I have anything to offer. That's why I came here.
Okay.
He's got something beside him, something he's taken off the wall. It's the photograph, the Nesky family, same as the one that was in the Hotel Brecker, Mom, Dad, and Irina, arms around each other, in front of the house before it was abandoned. Happy, smiling, perfect.
It's nice. Does this picture mean anything to you?
It's nothing. It's just a picture.
No, it's because you don't know how they died.
No, I do.
A change in Bourne as he studies her, measures her. Some moment of truth is there. Irina braces, unsure.
I would want to know. I would want to know how.
I would want to know that my mother didn't kill my father. I would want to know that she didn't kill herself.
What?
She really looks at him now, fear overwhelmed by curiosity.
I would grow up thinking that they didn't love me if they just left me like that.
Vicky, those are yours if you want them.
Irina making sure her eyes don't leave his. They don't.
It changes things. The knowledge, doesn't it?
Yes.
That's not what happened to your parents.
Then what?
I killed them.
Body blows. But he has her attention. She wipes a tear.
It was my job, my first time. Your father was supposed to be alone. But then your mother, she came out of nowhere. I had to change my plan. You understand me. You don't have to live like that anymore. Thinking that
You killed them. Bourne nods. That's right.
they loved you and I killed them.
How? How can? How can you be here and say this?
I don't want you to forgive me.
She stands suddenly. Stands because if she doesn't, she'll burst into tears because she knows if she starts crying, she won't be able to make sense of this. For who? Killed for who?
Bourne pushes himself to his feet, a real effort.
It doesn't matter. Your life is hard enough.
You're a liar.
You know I'm not.
You're a liar.
Look at me.
There they are, two people standing in a room, squared off. And now she starts crying, really crying, and he's taking it.
I should kill you. If it's true, you should die. I should kill you now.
I can't let you do that either.
Because you're afraid.
No. Because you don't want to know how it feels.
She hesitates, stunned. He's leaving. He's opening the door.
I have to go now.
Is this really happening?
I'm sorry.
And Jackson.
And she sags back into the chair as the camera finds the photograph on the table, the sound of the door closing, and Irene crying as exterior house project backyard day. Bourne trudging along across the snow. He's done it, and he really can't take another step. There's a bench. He sits down, out of gas. He just might die here. We slowly tilt up the multicolored Moscow tenement. Interior house room day. Bourne waking up, sitting up. Where is he? Trying to get his bearings. But it's so bright. White walls, sheets, sunshine through the clean windows, and
Hello, David.
there she is, standing at the foot of his bed. Who are you? Where am I?
Ramstein Air Base, Germany. Before the wall fell, you would have woken up in a Russian prison hospital.
He looked around, tries to move, hammered by pain. Oh, shit.
Careful.
And Aviskar. Aviskar. All right. Aubrey, you want to take that?
Sure. Long moment. He's taking it in, trying to.
Why am I alive?
Are you disappointed?
They study each other a beat.
I know who you are.
Pamela nods. Very calm here. No sudden movements.
Thank you for your gift. I'm sorry about Marie.
What's that?
Do you think you can read? Are you well enough?
She has a folder, a photograph, Bourne's face stapled to the cover.
It's all in here. Treadstone, a summary of your life, all of it.
He waves it off.
Don't need it. I remember everything.
Sounds like a threat.
You didn't answer my question.
Why you're alive? You're alive because you're special. Because she kept you alive. Because we want you back on our side.
Bourne silent, but hearing it, Pamela leaves the file.
Take a look at it. We'll talk later.
Bourne watching her back away as she exits into. Dear hospital corridor day. Long, sterile hallway. Cronin and Nikki standing there with an Air Force sentry assigned to guard the room. Cronin and Nikki trying to play it cool, but now as they get some distance down the hallway.
Let's give him half an hour.
So,
Felt promising. It's a start.
A chill in the air, both of them going quiet because there's a nurse carrying a tray of food. She's coming toward us. They're walking away. The camera staying with the nurse now, coming up the hall. The sentry smiles, opens the door as she enters. Interior, hospital room, day. Empty bed, open window. Bourne is gone. As the music starts pumping and we... Exterior, Museum Island Bridge, Berlin, day. Off he goes, disappearing into thin air. Fade out. The end.
wow, we made it.
Yay, we made it.
The end. Whew. That was a long script.
That was a very long script.
Oh,
I encourage you who have not seen this to watch it because it doesn't end quite this way.
Ooh.
oh, really? I
Ooh,
want to see it
nice.
so bad.
That was quite long.
It was good. It was good, though.
That's good.
Yeah.
Guys, I have to get off, though, right now. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
It's okay.
We'll talk.
We're got the next reading is the fourth Tuesday of August, so it's not the third because I'm out of town. But
Okay.
fourth Tuesday, and it's oh my
It's
gosh,
Next.
Mrs.
What did I say?
Doubtfire? No.
Mrs. Doubtfire? I think so.
Okay.
Fried green tomatoes, maybe.
Ooh, fried
Yeah,
green
I
tomatoes.
think Mrs. Doubtfire is in September.
I think it's fried green tomatoes.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Well, I'll see you guys then.
Okay, sounds
So
good.
what we're always now then?
What was
What?
that, Avatar?
Is it over for August? Like don't we have any reads next week?
No.
We don't have any next week just because summer's so busy. So we've been doing normally we're doing the first, the third,
Oh.
and the fifth Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
But this third Tuesday, I'm unavailable to host. So we're doing a fourth Tuesday this month, and then we'll go back to first and third and fifth starting back in September. So looks like August 27th is fried green tomatoes, and then immediately following the next week, September 3rd, Mrs. Doubtfire. So we'll do those back to back,
Okay.
and then a week off, and then it's the marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Sounds great. All right. I will see you guys
Okay.
then. Bye, guys.
All right.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night, Aubrey.
Bye. Good night.
So, but I know it's late, so if anyone else needs to drop out too, that's fine. If not, we can sit around and talk for a little bit.
Yeah, stay for a little bit.
Okay. Anyone need a quick break or just jump right into discussion?
So we're doing the discussions right now. Right?
Yeah, there's a discussion following. So
Yeah,
if you
can I
want to
take
stay,
a picture? Can I take a good
Yeah.
picture? Everyone.
That would be one of your cats, wouldn't it?
That would be knocking over something.
Oh,
I hope my husband
Oh,
put the
yeah.
fish
Yeah.
away.
Damn, it feels good after all these weeks.
Yeah, I was
yeah.
glad you could join us. So,
Yeah, I finished my high school. Now,
You did really well.
Yay!
yeah.
Yeah, good job there, Aviskar.
So yeah, now I'm preparing for my uh bachelor's degree for college. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
Where are you going to
haps.
go? You have an idea where you're going next?
I do my bachelor's here in Nepal, and I'll do my after bachelor's master's in US probably.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what time is it there for you right now?
Oh, it's 10 a.m. right now.
10 a.m. Okay.
Yeah, I woke up at like 6 a.m. uh this morning, and I fall back to sleep. And I didn't
Yeah.
know it was at 6:30. I was like waiting, okay, why isn't it starting? So I was a little late because of
So,
that.
well, I'm glad you managed to join us. So,
Yeah.
it's good.
Mm.
Yeah. It was good to see you. It's always nice seeing new faces.
Yeah, good to
Yeah.
see you. Jackson, I think it's our first time meeting Jackson. Have you done?
Yes.
Met you before?
I haven't met you before. Yeah, I'm Jackson. Very nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too, buddy.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I was really tired tonight. I've been up since really early this morning, and I was like, oh my God. I started feeling it like halfway through, and I was like, oh, hello there. Trying to read some of those words, I was like, oh, I kept missing my spot. I was like frantically trying to like find where I was. It's
Yeah, well,
terrifying.
it's really hard jumping page to page on actions and descriptions, but there was just so many of them that, whole pages and pages and pages that I wasn't sure any other way to kind of divvy them up where we weren't like always talking over each other or one person having way too many lines. So,
Yeah.
but I think it worked out okay.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was fun. I really liked the script.
We did
I
pretty well.
liked being the guy. He was really cool. But
No,
I like
you really should watch the whole
I need
series
to.
of movies. You should.
It seems like something I like. I like the unknown. So
And there's like what is it four movies in this series?
Yes.
So I'm
There's
assuming we'll
four
probably find out
Bourne
more
movies,
about him
right?
as they go on.
Yeah, but one's not Matt.
One of them isn't Matt Damon. The last one.
Oh, okay.
oh
Huge actors, huh?
Uh, oh, I
well,
know his name. I can't think of it right now.
I gotta go because I'm really tired. But
Okay.
have a really good night, everyone. Thank you for having me. I'll be there at the next one, hopefully.
Excellent.
All right.
Same here.
Sounds good.
Cheerio.
Jeremy's
Mm.
right.
Because I think I need to go to right now.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you for showing up and looking forward
Absolutely.
to the next time you do.
Sure. Looking forward for the next time.
Yes.
Thank you for having me. Bye bye.
All
Have a good
right.
night.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm off to bed soon.
Yep, you too. But
Okay.
before you go, Vicky, is it a lot different, the script and the movie? Or is it pretty similar?
For the most part, it was pretty close. There were moments here and there where it's like, well, no, that didn't quite happen that way. The ending was different. Um, he's not in a hospital. He does converse with Pamela on the phone, and she tells him what his real name is. It isn't Jason Bourne. Yeah, there's a few differences. Nothing major though, except for the ending.
Okay. There was a lot of deleted scenes in the script, which really made me wonder how much extra did they write that they didn't film? Because we saw like almost not every page, but there was a lot of pages with deleted, deleted, deleted. deleted.
One
So-
thing, we have this movie actually in, I believe it's in DVD form. And it has at the end of it, not only outtakes, but also just how the movie was made and stuff.
Mhm.
The scene where he jumped off and into the barge that was going down the river, they actually rated him like they held up numbers when he jumped, to say you did a great jump.
Like the Olympic judges, huh?
And I think he really was hurt. That's in my head. I haven't watched it for a while. Yeah, I really should, because the outtakes and things like that, it's really very interesting. Oh, and the scene where they're fighting, what was the guy's name? Where he ended up blowing the place up.
Oh, okay.
That
I
scene,
Vic.
the way they did the camera work, it was guys just holding cameras and following them around and stuff. So it was kind of jerky, and it really added to the chaos of the fight. Like, you wouldn't think that would be a good way to do it, but it worked really well. And again,
Sure.
that I only know that because of having that, behind the scenes stuff. Yeah.
Sort of Blair Witch style, huh?
Yeah. So I don't know, you might not be into watching it. There's so many movies out there in the world. Really. It's
Well,
up
I
to you.
did see the first one. I just haven't seen the rest, so.
The first one is the best one in my mind. Yeah. But yeah, it's Matt Damon in 3 of them. And I can see the actor in the last one, but I can't think of his name right now. It's too late.
All right. Well, I think it must be even later for you, so it must be like 10:30 over there.
Yeah, it is. And
Yeah.
I'm an early riser. I go to bed early almost every
Mhm.
night. So
All right. Well, we will catch you hopefully on what did I say, the 27th for fried green tomatoes.
yes, we're going to be doing some camping and stuff, but everything is fairly close. So I'm going to make sure that I'm home for the Tuesdays, but I'm going to be missing Shakespeare. The next one is my husband's 70th birthday. That's August 17th. So yeah, I won't be at Shakespeare. And then the next one, it's one of my granddaughter's birthdays. So yeah, my family takes priority.
Yeah, well, I understand that for sure. Well, that's all right. We got no reading on Labor Day weekend anyways, the 31st. So
Right.
for the Shakespeare
Yeah.
group. So it's just Two Gentlemen of Verona, which is pretty, and then not till September 7th, we'll do Tamburlaine the Great Part 1 by Christopher Marlowe.
Oh, that's the one. September 7th, it's my niece's birthday,
Ah.
she's older than me. So I will be going to party with her.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so they are good reasons. I have really good reasons. But I will make it for Table Read Tuesdays, the next 2. Yeah. And I would
Okay.
just love to be Mrs. Doubtfire.
All right. Remind me when they come to that thing in case I forget. So
I've seen it about a month ago, and I couldn't not do her voice for the longest time. It's just, oh my dear. So yeah, it would be fun to do the movie. So I will remind you.
okay, you do that.
Well, have a great evening, what's left of it.
Okay, I'm gonna go find some dinner if the cats haven't eaten all the fish and call it a night.
Fish? Oh, okay, good luck.
Yes. All right, good night.
Bye.